ref. That she got the ball.
Yes, everybody, welcome back to the Irish Hotspur. This is going to be your watch along with what should be our toughest Europa League clash, and we're coming up against Galatasaray. It already was going to be a tough contest, even if we did have our strongest outfit, but we don't. We're going to have to go with what we have. We got Ben Davies, to call upon. Dragishin is going to have his big moment. Archie Gray, and also a young Will Lankshear, Ange Postecoglou's decide to give an opportunity to. It's going to be a real test for some of these youngsters. It's going to be a real test for some of these fringe players. I'm really excited for it. I like the Europa League. These are kind of the maybe more glamorous games that we'll get, maybe not as much against the Elfsborgs or the Karabags of the world, but this should be one that I think should be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be an exciting game, and I'm looking forward to it. We've traveled over to Istanbul, a city I've never been to before, but it is one of the footballing meccas, just like London, just like the UK, in terms of that country and that city in particular. They're absolutely football mad. And hopefully the Spurs fans that have traveled over are having a good time, getting the kebabs ready, Dave, having a few beers as well. And I'm looking forward to this. This is one of the better Europa League games that I think we'll get to see in the initial stages.
Do you know what, Jack? I'm really enjoying it. Great challenge. Don't you dare.
Sorry, I accidentally clicked something. Sorry about that. Start again. No, my bad.
I was gonna say, I'm really enjoying this Europa League campaign. Jack. For me, I think it's nice to have take the pressures away the domestic game, and just sort of have Europe to sort of concentrate on. I think it's been a nice breather. I think it's been good for the squad in general. It means we've been able to rotate now that we've got injuries and we need players to step in. They're up to speed. They've got the minutes, in their legs and stuff like that. So you don't have the excuses that they've had in years gone by, and where they want 10, 15 games to get up and running and stuff like that. And largely our squad have stepped up. So I'm excited heading into tonight's game. I know a lot of people, a lot of the Turkish fans are dubbing it welcome to hell. I'm dubbing it welcome to heaven, Jack. These are the sort of environments that someone like me thrives on. I enjoy going into the cauldron. I enjoy being hated. And I'm not being funny. As a professional footballer, I think most footballers should enjoy that, actually, to be quite frank, because you are going to play as many away games as you do home games every single season. So for me, I'm really excited. I'm not nervous. I'm not intimidated by the atmosphere or anything. I'm pumped. There's a huge opportunity for some of these players tonight. The likes of James Madison, Will Lankshear, huge opportunities for them. Bergval, huge opportunities for them tonight, Jack. So I'm excited to see what we can do. I like these squad players, and let's see what they can do tonight. Big game. We don't do well away from home, but look, at some point you got to start somewhere, don't you? Tonight's the night. Welcome to heaven.
He's trusting a lot of guys here, Ange. He did need to give a lot of players rest. I'm pretty okay with the lineup that he's gone for, apart from maybe Forrester, but I do like Ange's bravery in that department. I just like his trust as well. And guys like Lankshear giving Madison minutes, see if he can have a real boss game tonight, be that leader for us. I think it's just going to be a ton of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. And looks like we're going to be going through hell, Dave, on a fiery Ange train, and see if we'll come back, with the 3 points and on the Ange train express through the gates of hell, and like you said, into the gates of heaven afterwards.
Hopefully tonight we don't have to dial 999 at some point, right? Put out any fires.
No.
But Jack, just Madison it's a huge game for him tonight in terms of he didn't start against Aston Villa. Some could put it down to tactical. Some could put it down to maybe him not producing the performances that maybe we've seen at Leicester. But he came off the bench and of course scored a free kick, so he did have an impact off the bench. But what is it that Madison really has to impress on Postecoglou tonight to really sort of cement his place in that midfield? Because right now you look at it, Kulusevski has really cemented it. The other two positions are still sort of up for grabs. You see Madison rotating with Sarr, Bentancur rotating with Basuma. But specifically on Madison, what does he need to impress on Postecoglou to say, give me back my spot?
It's a good problem to have, just quickly, for us Spurs fans, not necessarily for Madison, right? Madison wants to play probably every single minute, wants to play in the position that he thinks he's best in, which is that number 10 role. But I do think, Dave, when you consider that maybe not every team has two number 10s that are really battling it out for playing time, battling it out to get spots in the midfield, I think it's actually a really good problem for us Spurs fans to have, for Ange Postecoglou to have. Kulusevski's been debatably the best player this season. Madison, though, on the other hand, in my opinion, and I think you might agree with me, hasn't had that bad of a season, really. I think he's actually been a lot. I think he's been a lot better this season than he has been, maybe towards the tail end of last season, where I think he kind of went a little bit missing after he
But that's the
returned back
problem,
from.
though, Jack. If he's better this season than he was last season, why is he in and out of the team?
I just think Kulusevski's been playing that well, he's playing so well and he's doing so many things, out of possession as well
Mm,
for Ange Postecoglou. And also even the way that he creates is just slightly different, I think, to that of Madison. He's able to pick up the ball from deep, bring players with him. But then
mm,
Kulusevski, he drives past them. He's like a battering ram through that midfield. Whereas Madison is a guy that, can drop deep, bring players with him, but he might pick out, a switch of play or, a really good pass that can unlock a defense. Whereas Kulusevski just does things perhaps a little bit differently in the way that he creates.
mm,
They're both really good creative players, but it could be that, what he's doing in particular, Kulusevski, with the ball carrying, with the
mm,
physical work, Ange Postecoglou might
mm,
slightly prefer in his midfield. And then
mm,
Madison just is, unfortunate enough not to have that same exact skill set. But what he does offer, though, is a guy that can be a tempo setter. He can pick up the ball. He can
yeah.
start to move things a lot quicker as well. I think he has that ability. He can pick out a pass if someone is making a run beyond the back line, trying to make runs in behind. You wonder if this
Mm,
Galatasaray team is going to play with a high line. If they do, good game for Madison to try to pick out some passes for some of these runners. I just think, Dave, it's a brilliant problem to have, but Madison just might be losing out to a very good player in Kulusevski,
mm,
a harder working player in Kulusevski. And the other
mm,
thing that's also hurt him is Bob Matasar has just been playing brilliantly, and he's been almost undroppable, it feels like, Bob Matasar.
yeah.
So I just think Madison's just slightly unlucky, to be perfectly honest, Dave. He's just
Mm,
has really good players around him that are playing just that slight bit better.
mm. Do you know what, Jack? I agree with you. I do think he's been largely better this season than what he was last season. And look, he doesn't have the excuse of an injury anymore, right? That's well and truly behind him now. But for me, I think the key difference is when you look at Kulizeski and Sarr, they're offering the same in terms of output, similar in terms of goals and assists. But it's the physicality, I think, is where Madison is losing out right now. And that's where he finds himself in and out of the team. Because depending on the game, I don't think Postecoglou thinks he can trust him in terms of the physical battle, the other side of the game. And I think that side of one area, Madison has to adapt to and start bringing to his game at Tottenham Hotspur. The higher you go up in terms of your football career, the better the level you play at, the more you have to be a well-rounded player. Or you have to head and shoulders produced a lot more in terms of an attacking output than Kulizeski, who's been changed from a winger into a cam, by the way, or Papamata Sarr, who's only 22 years of age and has, people asked him, they said, okay, yes, Sarr, we get what you're good at. You're good at going around, turning over the ball and the physical side of the game. But can you produce going forward? And he's come back with that. And I do think James Madison, to a degree, needs to take a leaf out of Papamata Sarr's book there to a certain degree. The questions are asked, can you bring it? So either that or become by far the best creative outlet in that midfield, which he's not at the minute. So for me, they're the two areas where I think he really needs to try and impress on Ange Postecoglou so that when these lineups do come about, his name is first on the team sheet and Ange doesn't consider a change.
I'm being slightly selfish by just, being happy with the fact that in a game like this, we're still resting, someone like Kulusevski, and yet we still have someone who we can play who's pretty fresh.
Mm,
In the case of James Madison, he hasn't played very many minutes
yeah,
recently, and yet we know what he is capable of. We know that he is a guy that can take over a game. He's
100%.
a guy that has an X factor when it comes to his passing, when it comes to, the moves that he can start from deep or even just around the final third. And I just, selfishly as a fan, Dave, I just love this position that we're in, that he gets to rest these past couple of games, and
Mm,
we're resting our other number 10, and yet we have another number 10 that we get to play in this one that can really take over, because most games
mm.
you need someone like a Madison in your team if you're going to try to win games. You can't,
No.
get away with, a bunch of
Mm,
hardworking midfielders. You need someone with that ability to unlock a defense, and it feels like this
mm.
Spurs team finally have that. They always will have a good creative player in the team as long as we're healthy.
No, look, 100%, and I fully agree with you. It's nice to have this position where you've got players that are all contributing going forward in terms of output of goals and assists. But Papamata Sarr, look at the way he got on the ball and grew with every touch. He grew into that game against Aston Villa, and ultimately he left the pitch dictating the tempo of the play, dictating the turnovers in midfield, dictating how quickly we sprung from defence to attack. It was a real mature performance with the football. You know, and he ran the show in terms of that midfield. He dictated the tempo for Tottenham. And that's one thing I'm still waiting for, like James Madison, to bring to this Tottenham team. But you know me, Jack. I've only been asking for it because I truly believe he has that ability. That guy can get on the ball like Luka Modric used to do. Play it out over to the fullback's head to the right winger or to the left winger. Maybe don't play it as safe as he is. I think there's a lot more in there with James Madison in terms of being able to come out and dominate games, dictate the tempo. And look, no better night tonight, Jack. Heading into hell, as they call it, out in Turkey away. We have a really bad away record. We're looking for guys to step up. We're looking for leaders to step up. You know, we're looking for someone to take control of this game, take control of the situation, and hopefully that's Madison tonight.
Absolutely. Really appreciate everybody that's joined us tonight. Give us your thoughts on the lineup. Well over 200 of the house. If you could smash that like button for us, please.
Big up,
Be a really
everyone.
massive service. Just puts out this watch along to more and more people. And thank you for picking us as your destination to watch this great Europa League game with. Like I said, one of the toughest ones that we'll probably have in this calendar so far. And
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it. You know, we might be light in some of the areas of the starting 11, but still should be a fun game. I think it's going to be a good atmosphere. Should be a really good contest, and I'm really looking forward to it. Mark saying, "Come on, Lankshear, big night, big up to the Mark Army, and hopefully Lankshear puts in a really good performance tonight and takes advantage of this great opportunity." I bet he's absolutely buzzing. I bet he's probably ready to run through a wall the moment that he gets out there. Derek Hutchinson, big up Dave and Jack, 2-1 Spurs tonight. Come on, you Spurs. Dono Vision is with us as well. Slim Boy Tub, Spurs GC TV. Big up to you guys. Really appreciate your support as well as members. DJ Samuel, Shikari Shock as well. Really appreciate you. Patty Higgins. Big up to Patty Higgins. George Kadaris is in here. And then we also have Lazy 8 saying, "I want to see crosses into the box. Practice for Son and Johnson. 10 each for Lankshear to try to get a hold of. Not too concerned with the final outcome." Dave, that's a bit of the, kind of, chat about, tonight is a lot of people not really all that concerned about, maybe how this ends up going, and unfolding. Ange Postecoglou is going to try to win every single game. He's not someone that's going to say that he's just going to throw away games. So you could argue that he's gone with a lineup that he might think, yes, he's resting players, but he still thinks is hopefully strong enough to get something out of this. Do you think the lineup he's gone for tonight is still strong enough in theory or in paper to get a win?
Yeah, it's more than good enough to go and get a win.
It's not
Pedro
like
Porro,
he's not thrown in the towel or anything, you feel like, Ange, with this lineup.
No, of course he hasn't. I think he's put out a strong enough lineup that he could. You got to consider we've got Werner, Mikey Moore, Hudeper, Richarlison, Spence,
5 players out.
Romero, Van de Ven. They're all out missing. So, the lineup was always going to look a little bit like this. And even if we had them fit, it was always going to look a bit like this. He's always going to use these Europa League games to rotate because you can. We've won our first 3 games and it sort of gives us that bit of space, that bit of breathing room. We don't have to go and win every single game. Of course we want to, of course the players want to, and of course Ange Postecoglou wants to. But in reality, it's not going to happen. Under the position we're in now, and especially with the changes to the competition, it sort of allows you to pick and choose which games you really want to go for and then prioritize certain games on the weekend in the Premier League. It actually will help you with your Premier League campaign. But for me, there's more than enough players out there. Fraser Forster, okay, he's Tottenham's backup goalkeeper. But this guy was in the Premier League for 10 years, Jack. Yep. He's experienced. Ben Davies has been around Tottenham for 11, 12 years now. We should be able to rely on him by now. You go into midfield, James Madison, he's 27, 28 years of age. He's an ultimate professional. He's played at the highest level with England. He's won a Premier League.
He should be able to dominate this team.
Yeah, you've got Sonny out there, world-class player. He should be able to lead that front line. So we've got more than enough in this team to be able to go and make a good game of this and take it to Galatasaray. Look, for me, I see it as a bit of a free hit. I actually can sit back tonight and just watch a game of football, and enjoy it for what it is, the beautiful game. But at the end of the day, I still want to win, and I still think the team's good enough to go and win, and we should. Yeah. I'm not scared. It's only Galatasaray. Turkish League's crap.
And good to see you with us, Nick, and I love that from Davo. Shami Tan is with us. Hey, Jack and Dave, hope you are both well. Need a good result in performance today. We can do it. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Tan. How rude, Jack, says Tyler. What did I do? Oh, yeah, I think I shut up Dave by accidentally probably hitting the intro button all of a sudden while he was probably mid-speech. I think that's probably what it was. Ribsy85 saying, expecting a tough one. It's definitely going to be a tough one, but it should be a fun one as well. John Tucker's with us. Big up to you, John Tucker. Charles Ingram as well. Really support us as members. And Berbatov's halftime smoke tonight. We play as the heels. Interesting. I like that. I like that analogy. Adara Esfasare saying, good evening, lads. Good to see you. We also have Artist T saying it's going to be tough when they have to go to Glasgow. Rangers fans will hound us due to Ange Postecoglou. I think this will be about as tough as probably going to the Ibrox, right? You know, it's going to be similar. You know, Dave, would you say?
This will be tougher.
Yeah.
This will be tougher tonight. Look, Ibrox, you're expecting it to be intimidating with the Scotland-England thing and stuff like that. And yeah, the Ange Postecoglou Celtic thing. But, you know, all that is going to be is a couple of jeers and stuff like that. At the end of the day, the fans ain't going to riot. These fans tonight, there's potential of that happening. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. You know, it's different, but it's a different ball game altogether.
Yeah, you never know. It might be difficult to even for the players to leave the stadium if we give them a hounding or anything like that. Laws for Ange says, good evening, lads. Why as Brits can we not pronounce as I'm not sure. Fraser Forster is what I say. Fraser Forster is what I say. Hopefully,
Fraser
I'm not
Forster.
saying a Forester. I'm saying Forster. That's
Look, we're not in school either. You know.
Yeah.
Think to
AR
pronounce
saying,
it the way they
let's
want.
go. I think he is saying we're pronouncing it right. I think he was saying just
Oh.
people in general get it wrong. Kiwi Spurs, big up, lads. Good to see you, Kiwi. Big up to AR. Really appreciate you. Gabrielle one, good to see you in the house. Lisa as well. Big up to Lisa. Mark saying, big boys. Galatasaray, certainly a huge team. It's going to be a good contest. Drewzilla, big up, everyone. Really appreciate your work earlier, Drew. Does a really good job on the pre-match buildups, and I think has really interesting things to say. And I just think he speaks really well as well. Adrian Chia saying, big up, lads. Matters world a free kick again. Come on, you Spurs. That's what we mean with Madison. You know, he's got that bit of quality about him. He can pull, you know, an amazing, you know, bit of quality, you know, in his performances. And I think for the most part, he's been playing pretty well this season, Adrian. It's just others in that midfield offer a bit more steel defensively. Maybe, you know, work a tad bit harder than he does. I think he's even improved, you know, on his work rate out of possession. I've seen him, you know, win the ball high up the pitch for us
in the
on
final
plenty of
third.
occasion. It's just
not going backwards.
Not going backwards. That's an interesting point when we have to set up in a shape, I guess, of some kind. But for the most part, I just think he's shown a lot of improvement this year. And just, you know, there are others that are just playing that tad bit better. And here's an opportunity for him to show what he can do that maybe others can't. You know, he can dictate a game. He can, you know, run the show in that midfield and be unplayable. We've seen that before with him with Leicester City. We've seen that before every now and again with him at Spurs. And huge game for him to do that here. Just take over, give Madison the keys, let him run the show.
No, 100%. It's a huge night for him. And at the end of the day, we're all rooting for James Madison. You know, we all got excited about the player we were signing. And it's night like this tonight where he can really announce himself, you know, at Tottenham Hotspur, grab control of the situation and be one of them ones to lead us through. Look, I take your point. I think, you know, that's one thing I don't have criticism for is his work rate in pushing up on the opposition turnover ball. Good in that regard. But against Brighton, when the game was going the other way and that opportunity wasn't there to press them up in the final third, he was MIA. And that's his biggest problem right now. When you've Kulusevski doing it and you've Sarr doing it, contributing the same output, that's Madison's biggest problem. And that's where he either has to do it, like I said, or do more going forward. But huge night for him, and I'm rooting for him. Let's go. What a free kick. Did anyone find the stat for me, by the way? Was that like the first free kick, direct free kick we scored in like 2 years or something? Let me know.
You missed that with Twitter Reacts. One of the best tweets was, you know, and just so powerful. He has the scoring from direct free kicks now. You know, it's that good under Ange. You know, things are happening that we never thought were possible as Spurs fans. Everyone, this is going to be a massive game. Really looking forward to it. Again, if you could smash the like button, we'd really appreciate it. Do get synced up with us once the game gets going. We're looking at the players now in the tunnel. I think this is a very attack-heavy or front-heavy Galatasaray team. They will challenge us defensively. You know, you got Icardi, Yilmaz. I think Yilmaz is a good young player for them. He was all right for them as well in the Euros. You have, of course, Osimhen. Not many teams, you know, do the two-man front line, especially with two divas up front like Osimhen and Icardi. You know, it's kind of an old school thing, and they could cause us some problems because majority of the time, I think we usually come up against teams that go up with about one striker, maybe with a creative player alongside them. This should be interesting. And I'm just looking forward to this one, Dave. It should be a ton of fun. and we'll see how it unfolds.
No, I think it's going to be a ton of fun. I can't wait for it. The cameraman seems to just be picking out the women he seems to fancy in the stand. Every clip is of a new woman every 2 seconds. I think he's got problems. But look, really excited about today's game, Jack. Big game, big night for Will Lankshear. I'm absolutely rooting for him. You could see the last Europa League game, he was absolutely desperate to score. I do feel like that's going to be in him today, but I would urge to the young guy, be patient. Don't do anything that you normally wouldn't do. Don't let your nerves or your desire to bag that goal, cloud your judgment. Just remain calm. Do what you always do, and that goal will come. Big night for him, especially in terms of, Solanke. One thing he does, Jack, he holds the ball up very, very well and gets us up the pitch when needed. Will Lankshear has to demonstrate that tonight. It's not all going to be one way. We're going to find tough periods. He has to become a good outlet for us. He has to show experience in that regard. But big night tonight, and I'm super excited. Not nervous whatsoever. I just need to run to the toilet. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
No problem. I'm not nervous with Davinson Sanchez, as well in that defense. In probably true fashion, he ends up pulling out a worldie. But come on, I don't really rate him too much defensively. I think he does have a howler in him. And to be honest, this Galatasaray, team, like I said, very front heavy. But in the defense, I remember last year in the Champions League, they were conceding some goals pretty easily, and these games ended up being very basketball like in nature, where it was just back and forth, really open defenses, transitions, counterattacks on counterattacks. And I think it should be set up for a really fun game. Might not, might end up being super cagey or something like that, but you never know. I think it should be a really fun one. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah. But Ian Harvey saying, member for 9 months as a fan show member. Big up to Ian. Really appreciate the support. Hi, Dave and Jack. Not happy about the tree and goal, but glad Lankshear got his chance, but it will be tough. I'm going for a 2-2. Come on, you Spurs. I'm leaning around, like, if I'm really being optimistic, a 3-2, but I could see something like a 2-2 happening. Personally, I see goals in this game. I see goals in this game for some reason. And then with Lankshear, it's going to be a ton of fun to see him get his chance. It's going to be in a really tough atmosphere. He should be absolutely buzzing for it. He's going to be running through walls. He's just going to be probably just running until he drops in a game like this one. Just such a huge test, huge players on the pitch, really, really historic team as well, like Galatasaray, and also a really fun competition like the Europa League. And if Spurs do get a win tonight, even maybe a draw, we do really start to solidify ourselves into that next round, pretty confidently. And I think that could be really good for Lankshear, because then he might get even more games in the Europa League, which should be good for him. And then when it comes to Fraser Forster, it was the only thing that I was a little bit upset about, I would say, when it came to the lineup. I just didn't think we needed to take that risk. I wonder how Fraser Forster is away from home versus playing at home. He played very well versus AZ, at home, but I wonder if it's going to be away from home, if it's going to be another Coventry City like performance. We'll find out. We'll see how it goes, but I would have preferred Vicario, because I do think that with Osimhen, Icardi up top, you got really dangerous forwards, guys that can create chances, guys that can cause you problems. And you would then probably expect your goalkeeper to have to make some fairly good saves every now and again. And, that's the thing. Fraser Forster, I expect to be busy tonight. And he does go down pretty slow every now and again to make a save. And be nice to have Vicario for some of those quicker reflexes in a game like this one. But really appreciate your support, Ian. Member for 9 months. Thank you for the longevity, and thank you for supporting this channel. Really do appreciate it. Good to see you, Charles Ingram. Good to see lesser known MV Joker Davis is with us. Big up to the big Eddie the Eagle. We also have Damianos, Captain Pants, Just a Harmless Potato. Really appreciate you. And then Georgie Hill. Big up to George Hill, saying, can't wait to see Willie Lanks ready for war. Come on, you Spurs. He's got the war paint on, George Hill, Dave. He's got that great hair for it as well. Georgie Hill, we need you on the bench or something like that as like a coach or, as a trainer.
Hairdresser in the dressing room.
He'd intimidate the Galatasaray team, George, I think, for us. He'd be great to have. He'd be alongside the Hitman for us. But he's really happy to see Willie Lanks.
He'd make the Hitman jealous, Jack, with all that hair. Hitman wouldn't have that.
All that hair. He's got some muscle on him as well. He'd be intimidating.
He could become Tottenham's hair supplier to the dressing room.
You never know, Dave, when it comes handbags time between the Gala bench and ours, we need a guy like George Hill. But he's saying we can't wait to see Willie Lanks, Dave. He's ready for Lankshear. Everybody should be. It's like watching Mikey Moore. It's another great opportunity for one of our younger players in a huge game.
Do you know, if I'm Will Lankshear, I'm slightly confident tonight. I'll just put myself on Davinson Sanchez. We know as Spurs fans he's going to give you up a chance. We also know if you press the living crap out of him, he's useless in possession. He's going to give you an opportunity. So if I'm Will Lankshear, I'm not being funny. I'm quietly confident tonight, actually, that an opportunity is going to come my way if I just position myself in and around him and put pressure on him. He's going to give you a chance. You know, people can say to me, oh, he's playing well out in Turkey. I don't care. You know, it's different. They don't get pressed out in Turkey. They do in the Premier League. He couldn't cut it at this level. It's a different level altogether. And tonight we're going to ramrod the Rams at Ram Park. Let's fucking go.
Absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. We're going to get things kicked off. Feel free to sync up with us again. Smash the like button as well. Really appreciate all the support, everybody. And then I'm actually going to go refill my coffee, get this ready. If only I could make myself a Turkish coffee for a game like this one. That's nice and strong is what I need.
When we're in North London, actually, we'll go for next for the Palace game. We'll go for a nice coffee. There's a lot of good coffee shops
exotic
along
coffees,
there.
Good exotic coffees up there. Yeah. Good coffee culture, good cafe culture up there.
Go on, you go and get your coffee, lad.
No, I just got to press the timer.
Oh, yeah. Game is about to kick off, everybody. Make sure you sync up with us. Jack is doing the timer, so the timer will be there for you guys to sync up to the same minute and hopefully enjoy our commentary. But, guys, get your score predictions in the chat as well. What do you think is going to happen in tonight's game? Let me know in the comment section. Getting a good bird's eye view here from the drone.
Yeah.
The new technology in sport. We're on their way. Come on, you Spurs. Big night tonight. Love these European nights. Like I said, it's just a nice break from the league, I think. You know, I absolutely love it. Galatasaray with the throw-in. A big night for Lucas Bergvall tonight as well, actually, guys. You know, season hasn't really maybe gone the way he's wanted it to go in terms of the impact he had pre-season and the impact he's had on the actual season. Big night for him tonight. Let's see how he turns up. But Galatasaray passing it all the way back to the goalkeeper. He pumps it long. Archie Gray wins that. He is playing at left back. It's confirmed. Sonny now getting pressure. Sanchez just balloons it straight into Basuma, who gives it away. And they play a long ball in behind. And it's all right. It's gone all the way back to the big oak tree. Ben Davies now in possession. Looking to play forward. Gives it into Madison. It's a push in the back on Madison. Get a grip of that, referee. Will Lankshear dropping in deep to try and get a touch to go for Sonny over the top. Sonny holds it up against Sanchez, but he's holding on to him. And that's a Tottenham throw-in. Good bright start here by Tottenham Hotspur. Ange Postecoglou has gone with the full trench coat tonight. He's channeling his inner Arsene Wenger. He's gone with the full long coat tonight.
Yeah, did he visit maybe a Turkish tailor or something like that? Like, he's looking pretty sharp tonight.
They must have sheared a whole ram to make that coat, Jack.
Yeah, they have the good threads over there, Dave. And like I was joking to Drew and to Dave as well. Ooh, a little sketchy.
They do everything good over there.
I do like the kits actually are a nice clash. I do think they're very Turkish kits, you know, Spurs is.
Oh, good ball behind. Will Lankshear with the first touch. Oh, second touch. He took way too long.
Sketchy touch from him.
Sanchez coming across and cutting out the moment. He's got to bury that. It's such a good ball.
Might have been offside. Really good ball from Brennan Johnson, by the way. Yay. No, he's off. Just slightly off. And he did look a little rattled by the chance, you know, being clean through.
He's got to realize at this level, it's got to be one good touch and finish. You're not going to get 2-3 touches like you do with at under 21s to compose yourself.
Probably heard as well, you know, the Spurs fans. Probably heard the Spurs fans get really excited there.
Wonder was he put off by the banner? I'm trying to read what it says there behind the goal.
Dave, just quickly, did you get to Dark Sun G's?
No, I didn't. I can't open the chat.
Big up to Dark Sun G saying, come on, you Spurs, let's win today and make us comfortable for Ipswich Town. I mean, great opportunity, Dark Sun G, for Spurs fans. I was saying this on the fan show yesterday. Spurs fans have a wonderful opportunity to go into an international break really actually comfortable and cool and collected about their football club. And when can we say that? Most times going into international break, we're getting sick of Spurs. And now we're like in a very lovely position. It feels good.
Madison, good ball into Will Lankshear, tries to look for the return, no one running off him. But Dark Sung G, do you know what? It's an ideal opportunity. You know, we'll go into the international break, hopefully, you know, making points on Arsenal, bringing level points on them, heading into, you know, the international break, you know, just out challenging for top 4. Hopefully winning all 4 games in the Europa League campaign, which ensures us into the knockout stages. and knocking out City to get to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. And everybody in the squad playing particularly well. So it'd be a very good place to head into. And I'm hoping it's one of them, although we don't like the international break. Hopefully it's come at the right time and it allows us 2 weeks to get players back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good to see you though, my man.
Really good to see you, Dark Sun G.
Welcome to
And then
heaven.
just quickly, Artist T saying this audio is horrible. Let me know if that's just the game audio, if that's us, Artist T, or if if we sound really poor to anybody, just audio wise would be good to know. Charles Ingram saying, can we please have a shout out for Sandro and Harborough Town and send our love to Sandro and wish him luck. I'm not aware of the situation. Charles, has he done something around the local community?
He's come out of retirement to play for a non-league team in the FA Cup, if I'm correct.
Oh, what a legend!
What a legend!
Is that one of your local teams as well, Charles? Is that one of your local sides? If you happen to support them, or if you're just a big anything Sandro, because he's such a nice guy, really good ambassador for the club as well. Seems like a really, really likable character. Haven't had the pleasure to meet him yet. I've met Mickey Hazard, who I think is just a wonderful guy, really good, kind of lights up the room type of charisma. But Sandro seems very similar, so really good for him. Kind of like Tom Huddleston. Tom Huddleston is doing a lot of kind of a non-league or something type of work.
I wouldn't mind seeing Sandro reel back the years and put in a banger. From the back, good clearance. Galatasaray was shot from the edge of the box. It's 1-0. Fuck me, Fraser Forrester. Could he do better there? It's a great strike. Don't get me wrong.
I think
it's an absolute great strike.
One of their younger talents.
But should he be doing better there, Fraser Forrester? Let's have a look.
What a strike.
Right into the top corner. What a strike.
Yeah, we need a better replay, though, to see if it's anything Fraser Forrester could have done better.
Camera shining on Johnson and Forrester.
Hard to say whether initially dealt with well. He came out to block it.
Does he come out with the right intensity, though, or is he just jogging out?
Who was it? I think it was Lankshear.
Lankshear. Fraser's got to do better as well. Let's have a look from this angle.
Just not getting enough angles, not getting enough replays.
What a strike, though.
It's hard to say. Let me know, everybody. Was it Forster should have done better? Here's another chance for us to see. Again, the replay's not great.
Nah, he's close to it.
Looks like he got a hand to it, maybe.
Is it in the top corner, though? Is it close enough to him?
I think we'll have to go to the chat. Let us know, everybody. Could Forster have done better there, or was that just an absolute worldie? It kind of looked like a worldie, to be fair. And also, I don't even know if Lankshear could have done a whole lot better to come out.
It's one of them. It's
one
of
those goals. It's a cliche. You always say, "Oh, well, I won't." I'm only gonna. It's just one of those. It's one of those cliche goals. It's just an absolute worldie. Not really much that you can say other than fair play. I guess can't really even get that mad at the players because we dealt with it decently well for the most part.
It's one of them. It's just an absolute screamer. You don't see many players shooting like that in modern day football. Probably unexpected to a degree. Good strike by Yilmaz. Let's see how Tottenham respond, though. Now that we're 1-0 down, away form isn't good. We're in a very, very hostile ground. We've given them the advantage. One thing I do say is, though, Tottenham have shown bounce-back ability. So let's see. We're put to the test now. Let's see how good these youngsters really are tonight. Bergvall with a suicide ball. Well done, Fraser Forrester gets out there.
Why did the referee let them play on, though, there? That was ridiculous. Oh, no.
It's not a good ball in the box. Well done. Who's that? Ben Davies.
From Dragusin. No, it's
Dragusin.
Good strength.
Very good defending from Radu Dragusin. That's a poor pass from Bergvall. Osherman so close to sneaking in. That's not penalty. Fuck off. Don't tell me they're checking this.
Earlier, though, I thought there was one. He gave the advantage to us. I thought that was silly. He kind of let a few fouls get away there in the corner when he just didn't need to, the referee. Didn't see anything there. Yeah, I think he's playing on. But what happened was, I think there were a few fouls there, and then Bergvall, no, he wins that so cleanly. And then Bergvall plays a suicide ball, like you said, Dave, into Forster.
Back to Fraser, it's blind.
But I just feel like the referee should have given us a foul before that.
Come on, let's get to grips. We're going to have to grow up very, very quickly here tonight.
Yeah, it's a little nervy start. Again, can't do much about the goal, but not a start that's ideal for Spurs. They have to respond.
I think in situations like that, you just got to put it to the back of your mind and just go back
Yeah,
about business. It's so early; it gives you time to recover. It's a ball in
there,
behind
Radu.
here, though.
Well dealt with by Radu. Just goes for the big clearance.
Oh. Well, let's see how we get on. It's going to be a great test now. Go on, get there. Well done, Madison. Sonny, back to Madison. Madison wins it.
Good
Well done.
touch.
That's a fucking free kick.
There!
Come on, referee. Oh, my God.
Sanchez, he just bundled over him. It was really good touches from both of them up until the final one, maybe from Madison.
Oh, no, they're in behind here. It's in behind Archie
Gilmas.
Gray. Oh, it's poor. Straight into Forrester.
So far, it looks like Ben Davies is playing as the left-sided center back, and
Yeah.
Gray more out on the fullback.
Good ball forward, though. It's in behind. Come on, Johnson. Don't give up the chase.
Someone win that second ball.
Go on, Bergvall. Get in there.
Got to win that second ball there. Basuma or Madison has to be on to that.
Tottenham taking their time to settle in here in the opening 10 minutes.
I feel like they got a nervy defense, that Galatasaray. I think we just have to fasten some chances, and they could open up.
Once we grow into the game, we will fashion a few chances. We just got to get a foothold very quickly and not go 2-3 down and get it over and done with before it even starts.
Wait, Yilmaz is having a stinker for them.
It's annoying me how that Icardi's walking around the pitch. He's walking around like cock of the walk. He's pissing me off.
he's done that that's his whole career.
Really pissing me off.
It's just, he's such a diva. That's always been Icardi. And then he's he does nothing for 90 minutes, but he'll show up in 2 or 3 moments just to score an absolute banger.
Every time the camera's on him, he's winking.
he's even pretty out of shape, if you could kind of tell. He just knows how to. He's just a good penalty box type of striker. Just has that bit of cheekiness about him. Lovely build out from Spurs. Sonny. Bergvall, man. Got to try to get a touch onto that if you can. Bit of a nervy ball there from Sonny, but I didn't look like that bad of a ball. Looked like Bergvall just need to try to control it. It's not ideal, but we are trying to build out. Poor from Radu Dragusin. Really poor. Basuma doesn't really win the tackle, but Radu wins it there. Really well done, Radu. Get stuck in there, son. Sonny on the wing here. Sanchez, is that him chasing him? Sanchez going all the way out of his way to chase after Sonny. Falling behind for Sonny. Gets in the way of Lankshear. Or Lankshear took the run of Sonny. Hard to say. But one of them was in behind. They just got to let each other have it. Got in each other's way. It's really poor there from Spurs because we actually were clean in. Radu Dragusin wins that, but looks like Dries Mertens maybe got a little knock taken out of it. We were clean in there, actually. I just think I didn't get to see the whole bit of it there, but it did look like Lankshear and Sonny kind of both took each other's run. And that Sonny maybe should have let it fall to Lankshear. That maybe Lankshear should have communicated to Sonny to let it fall because he's very close to being in there. Sanchez. Hopefully we could take advantage of him in possession today. He's not very good, but he's just getting it launched up to Osimhen, who's pretty decent in the air. Big switch of play. Dealt with decently by Pedro. Interesting also call that Ange Postecoglou went with Pedro today instead of Destiny. Maybe they just feel like the threat of him, Akun, who scored a brilliant goal, to be fair. He's one of their younger players. Good ball in behind. Galatasaray into the box. dealt with decently well by Radu once again. And I think it's even out for a goal kick. Well done from Radu. The Dragishin and kind of emergency defending, you could say, thus far, he's done all right. But it's not been smoothest of starts, you would say, defensively for Spurs. It's looked a little panicky. Ben Davies using whatever leadership skills I'm not sure he has to the best of his ability. Still early, lad, says Captain Pants. I just think we just scored. We just suffered an absolute worldie, and since then, team has probably gotten a little bit rattled by that. We haven't been the best away from home this season. Just have to find a way back into this game, fasten some chances. I don't rate this Galatasaray defense, and then see what we can do from there. Great touches from Basuma. Great building out there. Referee has to give a yellow card. It's a naughty tripping tackle from Dries Mertens there. He's just picked himself up back from injury. Wonderful player at one point at Napoli. Wonderful player. This Galatasaray team's a real throwback and in a lot of ways. To some wonderful players back in the day, to some maybe not so good ones. It's a very funny team. It's what makes the Turkish league relatively enjoyable. Dragishin tries to play it into Madison. It's just not really well played from the free kick there. It's been a lot of like kind of flopping and diving, I'll say, from some of the Galatasaray players. Ben Callahan, I think Galatasaray is underrated. I think they're underrated as well. They have two incredible strikers. Icardi, who has done it on a very high level, and it was at one point one of the better strikers in Europe. He's just a bit of a diva, but and then Osimhen, who's easily one of still the best strikers in Europe. It's a great team. Dries Mertens, at one point, a wonderful, wonderful player at Napoli. They have Lucas Torreira, former Arsenal player. Yilmaz is an up and coming Turkish international. They have decent, decent players, especially in the forward line. They actually have really good players. Just, I think defensively, that's where we need to take advantage. I don't think they're as strong there. So we just need to try to get back into this game, create some chances in this one. We are struggling to build out from the back at the moment. Basuma is building out from the back here. Again, Spurs are just Basuma. It's not really had the control that we know Bentancur provides. Dragishin tries to just pick out Brennan Johnson. It was a difficult pass. He had to play it in the air. Goes out for a throw in. Spurs just finding it really hard to play out from the back. Bergval, Pedro Porro, good switch of play to Archie Gray. See if we can build out from here. Archie Gray down this left side. Sonny's dropping deep. Sonny skins past Yilmaz. Well done by Sonny. That's a foul as well, referee. Gray. Good ball by Gray. Johnson! Well, Lankshear! Oh, it's a gorgeous goal from Spurs. It's absolutely lovely from Spurs. It's gorgeous. Sonny megging Yilmaz to a gorgeous, gorgeous ball played by Archie Gray. He's a little suspect defensively, but boy, does that kid know how to play. What a dime all the way to Brennan Johnson with the absolute composure there from Johnson. Ice cold Brennan, as I've called him in the past. And he plays a gorgeous little pass gorgeous little square into Lankshear, who just absolutely roofs it into the net. And he gets his goal. Will Lankshear, the young man, he has to be on side. Brennan Johnson there. Nice little tap in for Will Lanks. Lovely run from Brennan Johnson. Really, really good play, though, initially from Archie Gray, from Sonny there. It's a lovely goal from Spurs. Absolutely lovely. It's just one of the best goals of the season. It's a really good team goal. It's a little sauce from Sonny. It's a little sauce from Archie Gray. Oh, what a goal. It's probably one of my favorite goals of the season. Absolutely one of my favorite goals of this season. Love to see it. And we're delighted. Come on, boys. Like I said, just have to pass some chances, get back into it. 1-1. And Dave, looks like the internet has recovered for Dave. So we're going to bring him back in here. Unfortunately, Dave missed one of the best goals of the season. It's been bangers only in Istanbul. Just give Jack ein Moment, bitte. Dave's also, maybe he was getting his kebab orders in. He's getting them in early before the shop closes because he knows it's going to be a long night in Istanbul. What a banger from Spurs. One of my favorite goals. Sonny destroying Yilmaz, just showing him the weight room, megging him as well, to Archie Gray just picking it up, playing an absolute dime. Oh, lovely goal.
Am I back in, Jacko?
Yep, you're now back in on screen. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah, sorry about that. My internet decided it would crash at exactly 6 o'clock, which meant I caught the goal because I opened the game link as I was coming back up into the room. But sorry about that, guys. But I'm back now, thank God.
Oh, Dave. My voice is just a little gone from last night, everybody. Apologies, but I wanted to scream. It was such a great goal. It's sort of more or less did. It was such a great goal. One of my favorite goals of the season.
Great ball by Archie Gray. Johnson, very unselfish. Good ball across. And Will Lankshear, baby. Come on!
Gets a tap in, Dave. It's dream stuff for Lankshear. It's dream.
Look, that's a striker's goal. You've got to be in them positions, And he tapped it home. That'll calm him down. I would, if I'm a better man, I'd go for a brace for him tonight, to be honest.
Oh, little Madison's on the sauce by the looks of things with that little moment there. But Brendan Johnson, Dave, too. It's such a good team goal. Like Johnson with the composure, first time, just cushioned pass into Lankshear. He makes a brilliant run too, Johnson, right? Makes a really good run there. But Archie Gray with a dime, Sonny just, like I said, megging Yilmaz, showing him the weight room. It's honestly, it's Ange Ball, Dave. It's just a great goal. It's so awesome.
We play where we want to. Here we go again. Bergvall. Good ball in behind for Lankshear. Is that Johnson?
From Bergvall.
From Lankshear, yeah. Maybe it needed a bit more pace on it. But Tottenham are starting to ooze here. The youngsters are starting to step up their game. They're starting to find their feet in hell. Let's go, baby. Buzzing for Lankshear. Great ball by Archie Gray. And I would just need Bergvall to turn up the sauce. Berg sauce. Burger sauce. Chipotle, as you Americans love.
Well, also, we know
Chipotle
that
with everything. I learned that in
he takes over from Højbjerg. We need another Sauceberg back into the team.
Yeah, true.
I'm Big D saying I'm raging. Dave was missing for that goal. I think Dave would have loved to have been there for that goal.
Hopefully. I've seen it in the back end. Because my internet went, so I had to reset the bloody box. Praying it came back. It came back, and then I caught the goal just as because I went into the email to get the game link, had that on. Then I was coming into the room, so I caught the goal. I just wasn't on live to celebrate it. Will Lankshear's first for Tottenham in a competitive game. I should be here. Maybe God done it to me on purpose, so I don't have to have a heart attack on stream. And keep me alive.
Free kick here for Spurs, and then we'll get to Dark Sun G. Really appreciate all the support, though, everybody, thus far. Great start.
Lankshear's on fire. You're the fitch is terrified. Lankshear's on fire. Ooh.
Great response from Spurs.
Let's go.
Quality as well, just showing them that quality. Someone like Archie Gray, a man like Archie Gray, right? Like I said, he's got a little bit to work on defensively, but that kid can play. Like I said,
he's good. He's very good in possession. Defensively, you're right. He's got a bit to learn. He's not really a fullback though. It's another good ball out here to Johnson.
Brennan Johnson tries the same thing. I don't blame him. Doesn't
get Lankshear. That time. Will Lankshear begging for it.
Could have taken a touch there, I think, Brennan.
Good idea though. It's another great ball. Who picks that one? Biss. Oh, it's a great pass, Basuma. See, he has it in his locker. Why doesn't he do that more, the fucker?
Yeah, I know. Good point. Darkson G, really appreciate the support, sir. Saying Lankshear debut goal for Spurs in a huge game. Come on, you Spurs. Huge.
And away from
Goal
home
from
as
him.
well.
Not
Big
sure if
moment.
it's a debut because he played against
Here we go.
Ferencvaros.
Sonny. 1 second. Oh, it's poor. It's into nobody. But no, he didn't score against Ferencvaros. He didn't. No. First
Yeah, so I don't know if it's
debut goal.
I'm not sure if it's a debut goal, Darkson G. But you know what's really funny,
Oh
Darkson
no,
G, is I feel
competitive
like
goal. Sorry, first competitive goal.
I'm correcting you. I feel like Darkson G, and I never usually enjoy doing that because usually it means I'm wrong. I'm almost, you're always right. But I feel like it isn't a debut goal unless I'm mistaken. Maybe an
First
opportunity
competitive goal.
for him though to take that spot away from Richie though, Darkson G, right? Someone who just keeps getting injured. Lankshear could just say to Postecoglou, "Listen, man, I can score these goals. I can fill in for Slanky.
Oh,
Please
1
don't tell
second.
me he's on
Usherman's in
there."
behind. Fraser. Great save. Oh, the follow-up's just gone wide. But no, you're absolutely spot on, Jack. You're absolutely spot on. It's a huge opportunity. With Charleston missing for 4 weeks now, of course. Probably international break coming at the wrong time for Lankshear. But, if he takes his goal, he might get minutes off the bench against Ipswich again at the weekend. Takes another opportunity there. All of a sudden, there's a conversation for Spurs to be had. Do you cash in on Charleston? Because Lankshear's emerging.
Absolutely. Gray there actually keeps Osimhen on sides. He needs to do a lot better there. He pretty much kept every single Galatasaray player on sides there.
They're doubling up again down here. Archie Gray gets out there, gets the block. Oh, loses out physically. Who gets across there?
Really appreciate the support. Oh, timer
Big up
froze.
Everybody, though. Big up Dark Song G. Really appreciate support. Big up everybody. Over 400 fans tuning in tonight. Come on, guys. Keep smashing that like button. Let's keep singing these young boys on to victory here. Galatasaray with the corner. It's going to be an in-swinger.
Watch out, telling
Madison
me about
Sanchez.
the timer.
Oh, good clearance.
Thank you for telling me about the timer. Appreciate it, everybody.
Galatasaray with another corner out the same side. Another in-swinger. Radu Jackson trying to get touchy in there, and the referee's not allowing it. Who's the wannabe Granit Xhaka there? Cross between Granit Xhaka and Grealish. Who's that? Who is it? That looks
I forget his name. He's one of their center backs.
Yeah, honestly, he doesn't know whether he wants to be Granit Xhaka or Jack Grealish. It's embarrassing. It's a combination of both. It looks ugly. Very fugly. It's another ball in. Can Tottenham deal with it? Well done. Who's that, Davies?
It's got to keep defending here, though. Well done by Brennan Johnson to run out. Come on, step up now, Gray.
It's another ball in behind. It's gone out for a goal kick. Is he offside, though?
Pedro seems to think so.
Yeah, he's offside. Tottenham getting it underway quickly here. Archie Gray in possession. Looking for Sonny. Can he find him? Tottenham throw in. Since the goal, it's been a bit scrappy. That's it. Get in there, Lankshear. Get stuck into him. Jostling with the opposition. Archie Gray with the throw-in. James Madison takes it. Back to Gray. That's a fucking free ref. That's come through the arse of him, for God's sake.
Osimhen takes it off him.
Puts it across. Offside, is he?
He took it off him.
It's greedy.
Oh, it's still
Osimhen.
in.
Still in. Hit the corner flag.
Yeah. Wait. Oh,
Gone.
poor ball from Pedro.
We're creating our own problems here again.
Yeah, we've had trouble playing out from the back, Dave.
That's it. Get the pressure on. That's it, Madison. Well done. Tottenham throw-in. Well led there, my Madison on the press. Problems playing out from the back. We're creating our own problems here.
Do you like the Turkish kits, Dave? Besiktas, Fenerbahce, Galatasaray?
Nah, too much colour.
Oh,
Great play. Oh, so close to getting Basuma in mind there.
So good to see Lankshear score. What a goal. Like, I still can't get over that goal. I loved that goal. Just a bit of quality from Spurs.
Great ball by Archie Gray, though.
Yeah.
What a ball that is. It's perfect. And then, do you know what? Johnson, I do criticise him for not being able to cross the ball. At least he cushioned that one across. Fair play to him.
Oh, yeah. Just brilliant from every player involved.
Win that, Davies. Good header.
Lankshear
Madison.
or Madison there. Well
Great
done.
touch.
Sonny. Sir!
Ref, come on
Oh,
now.
my Lord.
My
Sanchez
Lord.
just bumbling over him. Are you serious, Ref?
How is he not giving that one? He needs to go to confession. That's a joke. That's twice he's allowed them to come straight through the back of us now. He's just telling them to get up. Okay, if that's the way it's going to be, let's see when we make them challenges. Be the first one to put the whistle in his mouth quicker than he does a hot dog. Prick. Gray.
See if they can find Pedro. He made a decent.
Go on, find
Basuma.
Wow, good touch. Well done, Burr.
Basuma.
Keeper's
not right. Not the right execution.
Keeper's not allowing that ball in behind either. In fairness, the few that I've seen, he's on his toes.
Poor clearance from Spurs.
Oh,
they find
it's a free ball into Osimhen. He's surely offside, is he?
They seem to think he's off. Hopefully
they seem to think he's off. He's going absolutely ballistic. He really doesn't respect the decision, does he? Fuck off. Do we get another look? Yeah, referee tells you it's offside.
Referee telling Osimhen to F off.
Dead right.
I mean, come on. Guys,
way off.
Pretty ugly finish as well.
Yeah, it's horrible. He didn't even connect with it the way he wants. Sonny Doll facing them up.
Oh,
he skins him alive. Blames Bergvall. He's got Johnson coming in at the back post. Does he see him? Takes a touch. Pulls it back. No one there. Poor from Bergvall. Two players made a run from in the box. He doesn't get there. It's a heavy touch from Dragusin. Oh, he gets turned.
Get a yellow. Well done, Lankshear.
Well done. Good running.
Poor from Dragusin. Touch of the moon.
Yeah. It's like he's got concrete filled in his boots, lad. Concrete feet.
Well done, Basuma. Come on, find that pass.
Sonny, make a run.
Sonny, well done, Sonny.
Ref.
Bergvall, get rid of it, man.
Play him. He's there looking for it. Too many touches.
He's got to get his head up there.
Madison is so free there.
Jesus, bro.
We're in trouble here. Can Davies recover? No.
Oh, no, Davies doesn't recover. Dragusin, he's shit on the ball.
It's all started from Bergvall, though. He has to play that first time into Madison. He holds it up, gets himself in trouble. Madison is free as a bird there. The ball gets turned over.
We have a good transition there. You are right. We actually get out there if Bergvall picks his head up and plays that pass. We get out in that.
It's poor from Bergvall.
But then Dave Dragusin, I mean, from having the touch of a truck earlier, to then, right there, he's getting caught on the ball.
Yeah, not good enough from Dragusin. Look, it's not the first time this Europa League campaign he's been caught on the ball, isn't it? And he got sent off against Karabag for it, so it's not good enough there. Nowhere near good enough. Not learning from his mistakes there. But it all started with Bergvall. It's really poor from Lucas Bergvall. If he moves that first time, we've got an attack and move there.
There's a part of me that actually thought Ben Davies got there too.
It looked like it, yeah. He's 33 though.
It's just poor from Dragusin. He's just got to be so much better on the ball.
Yeah, it's very poor from Dragusin.
Yeah, look at the touch there. He has no idea.
And then to not react either. Davies does his best to try and get round on the cover. It's just not good enough from Radu Dragusin. Poor from Bergvall in the midfield. It's all started with Bergvall, though. He's the one that played us into that trouble because he took too long on the ball. Good finish by Osimhen. Well, it's a learning curve. Done so well to get ourselves back in the game as well. Shoot ourselves in the foot. But people did say there'd be goals today. So far, there's 3 inside half an hour. Can Tottenham go and get another equaliser here? Referee, will you get out of the fucking way, ref? Well done, Basuma. Archie Gray gets dispossessed. Galatasaray coming at us again. Lankshear trying to get the press on.
Well done, Sonny.
Well done, Sonny. Oh, ball just never bounces our way.
Well done
Madison, good
from
ball back to Burrow.
Madison.
Loads of players running.
Lankshear, find him. Good touch.
Lankshear onto Johnson.
Maybe not a good enough touch. Thought it was. Man, that Galatasaray defense, I'm telling you, it looks suspect.
Oh, it's suspect. When we get the ball, like there's so many options for us in behind.
Gaps,
And we will cop on eventually. I think we just need half time, to be honest.
Half time, or we just need to find a way to not give away the ball so much. We were really suffering from something that, we were thinking about, with Dragic and Davies. They have a better chance of putting pressure on us. And I think that's the only thing we've just been suffering at, playing out from the back.
Oh, they're popping the ball around us right now. It's another ball pulled back onto the edge of the box. Good defending by Ben Davies there. This Bergval's just getting played around out there.
Well done, Davies. Not panicking as well. Bergval suffered.
He's been really poor today. Well done, Porro. Good ball to Johnson. Oh, come on, ref. What's he waving his finger at the referee for? Yeah, but say half-time, the fans really wants to go in this game.
Oh, Fraser.
Oh, Fraser, Jesus Christ.
We can't play out from the back this game. We've just been really, really poor at playing out from the back. It's not like us.
We're playing with a passenger with Bergval in there at the minute. I hate to say it with the kid, and don't get me wrong, it's what these games are about, right? Development, getting minutes into his legs. But he is not getting close to the ball, and in possession, he's killing us.
Well done, Sonny. Good cushion pass. Find him, Basuma. That's shit.
Basuma!
Are you serious, man? That's so shit.
Well done,
Pedro. Can he find Sonny? Yes, he does.
Great ball out to Sonny.
He's got
just run off from Lankshear.
Oh, terrible touch.
Sonny, poor touch,
just when you need to have a good touch. Just when you need. You've been having. You look okay today, Sonny.
Our control today is atrocious.
Oh, I feel like Sonny was having a good game up until that point.
Ball's just bouncing off players like it's a fucking ping pong ball. Galatasaray with another effort, gone wide.
That was a huge chance. Sonny's got to be so much better there.
Huge chance. Just get your touch right and feed
2-on-1. It's 2-on-1.
Oh, they got away with that one. We should have punished them there. Really should have punished them there. Don't you dare, Fraser.
Oh,
good ball.
Madison,
good touch,
lovely.
Madison. Still now you've got Porro. Who are you going to use?
Got Madison,
use a Sonny. Collects it. Oh, he slipped.
Slips.
Is the referee giving it? Well, if he's giving a free kick, then that's a fucking yellow card. I hear he's just swiped the feet from underneath him. It's a yellow. It's dirty from Sanchez. He better not injure Sonny.
Yeah, send him off.
That's Radfar 4-1 Spurs. That's why they say welcome to hell. We're the Panic Kings. Love the name, the title name changed, by the way, to 4-1 Spurs. Look, don't get me wrong, it's a notoriously difficult game to go. I just think we're shooting ourselves in the foot here to a degree. Playing out from the back, we've been atrocious. It's either been an underhit pass, or we've made the pass, and then the next, to get that pass under control, the touch of shit, and we give it away. We just need to sort of settle down in possession. I do think they really need half-time, especially the likes of Bergval. Just settle down, get some water in, regather your composure, and get back out there and play the Ange way.
I think we need to try to settle
down. Right now, they're just getting physical on us, and we have no answer to it. Anytime we get the ball into midfield, straight in behind us, and they're taking it off us.
We're just really struggling in possession with some of our... Radu Dragic gives it away again. It's just Radu Dragic and Forster.
What hope have we got there when he's doing that? Good save, Fraser.
Great save.
Fuck me. Dragosin, please wake the fuck up.
He's had an awful half. It's just, if we can play remotely better out from the back, Faz, I think we get something out of this game. That's just all it is. We just are playing terribly out from the back. Because in possession, we are carving some chances out of this Galatasaray defense. We have enough quality to create good chances.
No way. No way. Fuck me. How's Fraser not saved that? And where's Radu Dragosin? Jesus
we can't defend
Christ.
And we can't play out from the back.
Oh my God. It's so bad. We cannot play out from the back. Anytime we do, they're getting up on us, getting physical like Brighton done, take the ball off us. And then at half the time, when we are trying to play out from the back, we're passing it straight into them. And we're leaving Ben Davies and Radu Dragosin completely exposed. That's a sloppy goal. That is piss poor from Fraser Forrester, who took an eternity to get down. But also Radu Dragosin. How has he lost Osman there? That ball you can see coming in from a mile away. It's about 80 yards in the fucking air.
He's had a howler.
He's all over the place.
Let's see it here. Dragosin. He's right between both of them. He's right in between Poro and Dragosin.
I don't want to see more of it. It's such Eric Dyer-esque defending that. Fuck off.
And it takes an eternity for Forster to even get down to it as well. Yeah, Vicario saves that. I'm sorry. Vicario saves that.
Is that to dive? It's embarrassing, man.
Vicario saves that. I'm sorry. Vicario saves that. And Radu, like you say there, Dave, just completely ball watching.
We're just getting beat up here. They're just beating us up. And Radu, like, you know, this is his agent better not speak again for the next year after this performance. He better not come out and demand any more playing time, I swear.
He's the best salesman there is, that agent.
Oh, honestly, he's a crook. But don't get me wrong, Osman isn't an easy opponent to deal with by any stretch of the imagination. But do the basics, track his run, go and compete with the guy. Pass the ball out from the back. He's failed on every single one of them today. Really disappointed with Radu Dragosin, actually. Really disappointed. Considering the amount his agent speaks. You know, go out there and back it up. Really disappointed with him. Archie Gray, great take. Great football, unlucky. Well done, Sonny. Come on, let's go and salvage this. Let's go and get a second here.
Short to Madison.
Let's start mucking in here.
Bergfall's he's just not awake. He's just not up. He's just out of it.
He's all over the shop. We're playing with 10 men with him out there. And I thought it's not on the kid's fault. It's a difficult game. It's a learning curve. But potentially I'd be looking at getting him off at half time. I'm not going to lie.
Getting Sarr into the game.
Well, it's either that or does he risk it getting embarrassing? What's that going to do good for the kids? Nothing. Bergvall leaving Johnson an awful lot to do there.
Oh, he's having a howler as well, Bergvall. He's just gifted away for no reason. Terrible touch.
He's so far off the pace today.
He's just been rattled.
Good ball out to Gray. Come on, let's go and get second before halftime. Make a game of it. Archie Gray running forward, looking for runners. No one moving. Sonny. On to Madison. Referee, will you bloody move out of the way, please? How many times has he been in the way of us trying to play today?
Basuma. Well done.
Well done, Basuma. Poro.
Someone make a run off.
Referee's literally on top of the ball. Bergvall. Well held up. Oh. Basuma. Come on, Tottenham. Let's go.
Pedro.
Capable of creating chances.
Madison.
Goal kick, is it? Yeah. Hope to take to the pitch against Ipswich in better fashion.
Fair. Artist T, member for 1 month as a Flat Cat member, saying, hopefully the shit window bites us again. Little rotation. I mean, we don't really have a good enough backup goalkeeper, you could say. I think Forster, just by the looks of things, isn't good enough. And then we don't have that fullback that we needed to go after this summer, right? We don't have a guy that can fill in at left back. Archie Gray's played pretty well, to be fair, but Pedro Porro should be rested for a game like this one.
Oh, well done, Bergvall.
And
He's
Bergvall, to be honest, like I like Bergvall signing. He had a brilliant preseason. He's just struggled to play well in the regular season.
yeah, he's been really off it today. Really, really off it. Really off it. Look, today is not a day where I'm gonna go at the club about the transfer window and stuff like that. At the end of the day, we won our first three. You're gonna drop points here and there in this Europa League. We all knew this was gonna be a tough ask, even tougher with the injuries, even tougher when you're playing some of the youngsters in this sort of environment. It's gonna be a good learning curve for them going forward. I think it'll be very interesting to see what Postecoglou decides to do at halftime. Does he give them a rollicking and hope for reaction and go out with the same 11 and not make any changes? Which, if it doesn't work, potentially this could be an absolute drubbing, which actually doesn't serve the youngsters any good whatsoever, to be quite frank. Or does he make changes? And it's going to be harsh on the likes of Bergvall, but he'd be the obvious one to go off to try and get a grip of this game in midfield. Very interesting. Lots of discussions to be had.
Can't really make any. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, and get him off as well. Get Vicario on. Get him off. Get him off.
I think that's the only thing. That's the only thing Ange might have gotten wrong for me. I think for the most part, he did pick a good enough lineup to potentially win this game. I just think the Forster one, he hurt himself with the Forster pick because he's probably could have saved.
He's so slow getting down, Jack. I'm 6 stone overweight. I'm 6 stone overweight, but put a fucking burger in the corner. I'm down there like lightning. You know what I mean? It's embarrassing.
He just didn't even make any attempt, and it barely even went in the corner of the net. Jeez, is that Madison?
Oh my God!
Is that Madison there? That's
we
shit.
need halftime so bad. Please just get me into halftime at this point. We just need it so bad. Get us in before it gets to 4-1, please, please.
Dave. The missus is locked outside.
She's locked outside?
Yeah, she sent it a super chat.
Right, I'm going down now.
Sorry about that, Emily. He's in the middle of hell, Emily. he didn't want you to be let in. He didn't want to get you involved into this hellscape. Well done for Ben Davies. Can he find a pass? Tries to. Maybe too much to ask of Lankshear there. Just feel like this. It always was going to be risky for us defensively. Again, I just don't know if I agree with the Forster decision from the get-go. I did say that. But we knew it was going to be Dragusin and Davies. That's what we have to live with. And we knew it was going to be Archie Gray, Poro, or Destiny. It's just, for me, I just think the Forster decision, we could have avoided a goal or two in this game. And then Dragusin has just pretty much had an absolute nightmare. And not much he can do because this is his opportunity, and he's just really not taking it.
He's being exposed tonight badly.
He's just really, it's what we said in the fan show the other day. I saying, and also not really the fan show, I think it was the predicted lineup. I said, you know what, he's got a few games here where he's got an opportunity to prove himself. I did say that I like his sort of emergency style defending, when you need him to kind of track back and run after someone. He is good in that, but today he's not even been that good defensively. He's cost us a goal there. And then in possession, I did say in the predicted lineup that he's, he just really has to improve in that department, and that these are games where he can improve. And he needs a lot of improvement. Let's just say that, he needs to improve quickly.
It's just not good enough. It's nowhere near good enough from Radu Dragusin. To be caught once against Karabag, okay, it happens. Twice, come on now. And the more he plays, the more that seems like it's going to be a recurring theme. It's not good enough. The amount of times he's lost his runner, we're so open at centre-back, and the amount of times, even playing out from possession, he's not safe because he plays a poor pass. It goes straight into a Galatasaray player, and all of a sudden he's leaving our back line exposed. It's piss poor from him. Really piss poor. Look, don't get me wrong. He played well against Man City. He played well against Aston Villa. And I don't really put it down to tiredness. I'm not going to give him that excuse. Every player wants to play week in, week out, weekend, midweek, weekend. Every player wants to do that. It's not good enough from Radu Dragusin, considering he's got a point to prove. He's got an ideal opportunity to show Postecoglou that, A, I'm good enough in possession, but even if he's not, be commanding. No better game to make a point against someone like Osimhen, that he can be that commanding and give Postecoglou something to think about to break up that partnership. But now we've all got the answers. That's why Radu Dragusin is a backup, and I hope his fucking agent is watching and realises that's why he's a backup. I don't want to hear any more out of his mouth. He asked Postecoglou to change back to a back three to accommodate this guy. Every so often, he pipes up. Well, anytime he does, if I'm Tottenham, I just send him over the footage of games like this. Shut up. I'm sick of it. Not good enough from Radu Dragusin. And don't get me wrong, I'm not writing him off. He's got a long time to grow on that at Tottenham Hotspur. But we talk about in years gone by, players seizing their opportunities. He hasn't done that today. It's up to him to sort of just grab that back line and lead it. And he's been the worst out of the whole lot of them, quite frank. In midfield, we cannot get a grip with them. Anytime we try to play that ball in there, look how quickly they're up straight behind Son, straight behind Madison, Bergvall, looking to just take the ball off us. They're absolutely bullying us all over the park. And thank God half-time has come when it did at 3-1. We could be 5 or 6-1 down here.
Yeah,
we're so lucky. We are being bullied. I think Postecoglou does need to make a change in the midfield, Jack. I don't like saying this because Bergvall's only a young guy, but he is so far out his depth out there tonight. He's in possession, he's like a shadow. He's poor. He's giving away the ball, and out of possession, he's just 2 minutes too late every single time. They're just popping it around him. He's non-existent.
Yeah.
I think we need to make a change in that midfield. I think Papamatasar or Bentancur, get them on in there, try and get a grip in the midfield and start pushing Galatasaray back.
I'd say you can't really get Radu off, but if you could, you would. You know, he's had that much of a stinker. And then also with Bergvall, he's just become a passenger. He started to hide. He's not doing anything in possession, out of possession. He looks rattled as well. Like, you can tell by his touch. You can tell by the way he just doesn't really seem to have that confidence when he's trying to even carry the ball. You know, his loose touches, he's just not even able to make simple passes. It's just being played around, like you said. It's just not ideal for him. But very, very funny comments when it came to Emily and the missus. And we do have to as well give a plug to our sponsor, NordVPN, for this month. But Limpy Down Under saying Emily with the press, but Dave locking out with some quality defense. Yeah, Dave had a good 5 in the back in front of the door there. Yeah, to before being let in. But Dave with NordVPN.
She has her own key. She left it at work. Yeah.
With NordVPN. Everybody, if you are trying to watch this game and maybe struggling to find, you know, it on the channels, you know, it's these Europa League games, right? You know, strange ones, weird ones at times. You're playing off in Turkey, you're playing in Slovakia, right? And it can be hard for maybe your TV package to get all those games. With the NordVPN and with our code FLATCAP, you use the link at the top of the chat there, get yourself a 2-year plan. Get 4 extra months free as well by doing that. If you hit that link and use our code FLATCAP, you get 4 extra months with the 2-year plan. You can resolve, you know, those troubles that you might have with trying to watch every single Spurs game, because it feels like nowadays, you know, you'll end up having to have all these different locations to watch it, whether it's a Sky, whether it's, you know, some other sort of, you know, kind of television network, or, you know, it's never all in one place. It feels like anymore, you know, Spurs games, you have to go to all these different places. So maybe save yourself some money, grab yourself a NordVPN, you know, subscription. You can move yourself over to the USA, move yourself over to Australia, move yourself over to a different country, save some money on a streaming package, and just watch games for a lot cheaper, and just be able to make sure that you're able to watch the games, because it can probably be kind of annoying that, you know, certain Spurs games just aren't even shown in your own country, especially for you guys in the UK and maybe other countries as well. Can't even watch every single Spurs game, which should be your right as a human being, in my opinion. But Dave, am I missing anything? You know, NordVPN just allows you to be able to watch Spurs games easier and for cheaper.
Especially those of you who travel for work and stuff like that. It's absolutely brilliant. And there's a few key things. If you buy one, the whole family can use it. You can put it onto up to 10 devices. Also, through the NordVPN, if you do go and look for these streams, you get a lot of them buffering, especially in the big moments in the game. NordVPN have you covered. It stops your ISP bandwidth throttling, which means no buffering, which is what we all want. So you'll be able to watch the game from start to finish without any lags and stuff like that. I know buffering is a big problem for my dad. Security features, the likes of premium cyber security for the price of a cup of coffee a month, threat protection feature that protects your virus from viruses, malicious malware, and phishing sites, protecting your data whilst traveling. Sometimes when you use public Wi-Fi, you want your data protected. They cover that. It also protects you wherever you are in the world, and it protects your private data like bank details, passwords, and online identity. So, guys, I mean, what more can we do? NordVPN create the product. We give you the product. We endorse it. It's up to you to go and buy it and save yourself a little bit of money.
Yeah.
So thank you, NordVPN, for the partnership this month and next month. Really do appreciate it. So, guys, make sure you avail of it. Click on the link in the description, in the chat, pin to the chat, or in the description under the video, and get over there and get what price plan best suits you.
That everybody, kind of a game that we all were going into, right? Where maybe we didn't have the highest of expectations. I think we were hopeful of a really good performance from everybody involved. And I think certain players have played okay. Like I think Brennan Johnson has been all right. I think for the most part, you look at Lankshear, he's tried his best out there. He was able to get his goal. It's just maybe other players, that have really just let us down today that we really needed to depend on to have a good performance if we were to win this game. Radu Dragusin, absolute stinker tonight. He's just really, really not had a good day at the office. And what we knew about him is that he's not very good in possession. And I think he's really hurt us in that department today. Part of the reason we're really struggling to
But
play
also,
out from the
Osman's
back.
running off him so much.
Yeah, well, Osman's just had a field day defensively. But I think, Dave, the huge issue from the get-go this game for all 45 minutes was we were really struggling to play out from the back and really struggling to get any sort of foothold in the game and even get it up to our forwards. We've struggled to even get it up to Brennan Johnson, to Sonny, to Lankshear. It's just always been lost either in midfield by Bergvall, or it's been lost by Radu Dragusin, or we're just playing ourselves into trouble with some pretty sloppy decision-making or some passing. And I think sadly, it's just we haven't had maybe a complete 11 performance here out tonight. We've just had some guys that have had some real stinkers tonight, and it's made everyone else suffer.
And you know what, Jack? It's a shame, actually, because anytime we do get the ball up into the final third, they're so open and look so vulnerable.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I wouldn't write this game off for Tottenham Hotspur if we can get it going in the second half, because they do look so open and vulnerable going forward. It's just a killer that we find ourselves 3-1 down after repeatedly shooting ourselves in the foot. But you know what? Look, Jack, don't get me wrong. We all came into this game wanting to win. It's not the be-all and end-all if we don't win this. But I think the biggest thing right now where we're at is just go and take lessons from the game. Go and try and show a remarked improvement in the second half. Try and get to grips with the physicality. Try and get to grips with the hostile atmosphere. And learn something from this for the next 45 minutes. Even if we don't salvage anything from it, just show us something different, and take learning curves from this sort of game.
Yeah, Adrian.
And the thing is, if we can get it together, we can easily turn this tide. It's not over.
No, totally agree. Ed Sweeting saying 6 players tonight, not first-team starters. Bergvall, Gray, Dragusin, Davies, Lankshear, Forrester. They've not made a good case to get anywhere near first choice. I think some of them have been let down. So I think Davies is being let down by Dragusin for the most part.
Yeah.
There's not much he can do in this game, Ben Davies. I think he's been okay. Or it's not really much to really judge because Dragusin's just had that much of a shit show. It's kind of hard to look good, alongside someone like that. And then Bergvall has been really poor. So I just don't know if that says very much about maybe others in the midfield, really. I think he's probably let them down, kind of making it feel like they're playing with a 2-man midfield instead of a 3-man midfield. And then Archie Gray, yes, he can get exposed defensively. I can see that every time. I think that's an area he can improve on.
Yeah.
I think he's actually been all right in possession today. I think he created an unbelievable goal. And then for the most part, he's been relatively calm. He hasn't been as sloppy as some of the others have, building out from the back. So I think, Gray could actually be exempt from some of the criticism, to be honest, in my opinion, Ed Sweeting. And really good to see you in the house and appreciate your support as a member.
Big
Adrian
up,
Chia
bro.
with a super chat from earlier, Dave, saying Matters and Bergvall leaving Basuma exposed. Dragoshin has been too sloppy. I think we've covered it. Dragoshin definitely absolutely way too sloppy, hurting us a lot. But do you think maybe Matters and Bergvall both, maybe having a stinker, leaving Basuma exposed? Would you agree with that? Is just the whole midfield having a stinker?
Look, I've said about Madison when the game gets tough and it's going the other way, he doesn't offer you anything, right? I've said that, and sort of similar here tonight. I'm disappointed a little bit in Madison because it's a huge opportunity for him to answer back at some of the things criticised about him. When the game gets tough, the tough get going. What's Madison going to do? And he sort of just allowed it to happen to a degree. And don't get me wrong, I know it's not his sort of game, that, but in games like this, you have to muck in. You have to sacrifice yourself for the team. But look, you put in someone like Papa Matasar alongside Madison. I think he helps you change the game. Bergvall is just so far off it tonight. Now, look, I don't know. Mikey Moore's ill. Was there an illness spreading through the camp? We don't know. It might come out after the game that there was an illness spread through the camp. Some of these players might be suffering. You don't know. But Bergvall's so far off it. We're actually only playing with two man in midfield, which in effect actually makes Madison's and Basuma's job a hell of a lot harder. But Basuma, do you know what? At times he's been piss poor in possession. He's
Yeah,
done some good things, done the right thing, and then when it goes to making that pass, he gives it away. It's undercooked. It's
yeah,
not good enough from him either. I'm not giving him a free pass.
completely agree. Um, Orman Papasi, really appreciate the support. Or Pasasi, sorry. My team is Galatasaray, but we love Hotspur fans. Respect, appreciate it. Thank you very much,
Wow,
Oman.
big
To
up
be
on man.
honest, I think the Super League and the Turkish League is a very, very cool league. And you guys are, of course, an obsessed football culture, just like the British and people in the UK are, as well as Devo in Ireland is. And Istanbul is a city I've always wanted to visit, especially for that, for the football and
Mm.
culture. And we
I'd
also
love to
know that
visit
we're
Turkey.
big foodies over here, so we definitely
Yeah,
go there for the food. But really appreciate the support and thank you for
big
the
up.
mutual respect. I do love Turkish kits. I love Galatasaray's kit. I love Fenerbahce's kit. I love a lot of the Turkish kits. Artist T saying, yeesh, these players are about to get destroyed by Ange at
Yeah,
halftime. I would not want to be in that changing room. They should be embarrassed, qualified
yeah,
already or not. I think there are
yeah.
other games that, right, we can win, certifiably or win convincingly, not certifiably, win convincingly to get over the line and, solidify our qualification. But Dave, I mean, if you were flying the dressing room right now, is Ange Postecoglou calling all of them out? Is he calling out Radu, calling out Forster, calling out Bergvall? What's he doing in there? Is he
Um, he's calling out the leaders, Jack. He's calling out, whether Ben Davies likes it or not, he's probably going to lean on him. It's well known tactic. Mandra's calling out a guy in the dressing room, even though it might not be his fault too. And then people look at it and go, well, if he's calling him out and speaking to him like that, I better up my game. Ferguson used to be expert at it. He used to have certain players in the dressing room he could pick on. But for me, this is on the leadership group. It'd be wrong to go in there after a Bergvall or something like that because you're going to crush him. You're going to crush him in this environment. That's not what he needs right now. He needs a bit of a pep talk, but also hear someone else get a bollocking and take a little bit of note. But for me, you go after leaders. And what it doesn't do is we know our way form has been crap under Ange Postecoglou. This just adds to it tonight, regardless whether we made changes and we've got injuries. We have to start putting results consistently on the board away from home. And yet again, we've gone to an environment and we've absolutely crumbled, partly because of the crowd, but partly because they put a bit of pressure on us and we can't handle that. It's not good enough. And Postecoglou spoke before about leaders in the dressing room on these away games haven't stepped up. So they're exactly who I expect them to go after in the changing room. Looks like Bentacour's out on the pitch going through it, so he's coming straight on at halftime. I wonder is
wow?
that Bergvall going off then or Basuma?
You would think it would be Bergvall. You would
Yeah.
think. Appreciate the support, Artist T, and then he's also followed up. Um, or Brett Love saying Jack Davies played a hospital pass across the back line for the second goal. I'd have to look back on that and see that. Dave feels like that hospital pass from Davies initially came from the fact that Bergvall did not make the right
Yeah.
decision to play it into Madison. Because if he did play it into Madison, we had an easy transition. But then it led to Spurs having to play some sketchy passes, and perhaps Ben Davies's
The
pass
thing
was
is,
sketchier than I thought. Personally, though, I just think Dragic, if you play in this team, you do have to deal with sketchy moments and you do have to be able to handle the, possession, in difficult times. And Just seems like Dragusin isn't able to do that. It needs to be perfectly placed for him. He needs to have time on the ball whenever he's forced to make a rush decision or have to rush into something. He usually gets it wrong. It feels like Brett.
And 100%. And look, for me, I do think it starts with Bergvall in this sort of game, right? When you've got your back to goal, with how quickly they're pushing up on us and looking to get physical, you don't have time to take that touch and look around and pick your pass. You almost got to know where it's got to go straight away in this sort of game. And that's one thing where I think Bergvall needs to maybe speed it up a little bit, if he's not coming off. And I think because what he done is he actually took 2 or 3 touches there. He allowed the press to come on. He allowed us to block off the options over that side of the pitch, which meant Bergvall could only go backwards. That's a youngster who's going to use Davies as the outball, whether it's the right thing or not. Davies, we know in possession, panics. He's going to pass on the responsibility. Don't get me wrong. Both of them are at fault there. Dragusin piss poor in goal. But it all starts with Bergvall in the midfield slowing it down. If he pops that into Madison first time, we're away. We're going up the other end. We're probably going up to score a goal. They're so open. And that's where I think Bergvall, the inexperience, probably cost us that second goal. And look, we're making 2 changes, actually. Kulusevski coming on as well. So I would say that's Madison and Bergvall off, Jack.
Wow.
Or Bergvall and Bissouma.
We'll find out. Just quickly, sorry about that, everybody. We'll get to some of these
Johnson's
other
off.
comments. Johnson's off. Interesting call. Artist T saying, and once again, no respect for the fans, especially the traveling ones. Yeah, I guess maybe by playing Forster, maybe no respect to them, to a degree. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of that decision, but
no, Sonny's off.
I think this was more or less around the lineup that, we would have expected Artist T, but to a degree, Rado Dragusin, like he's trying, we know he's trying. He's just not getting it right. And we just need to turn this around. We need to make this hopefully not an embarrassing result for Spurs. If we can try to still get a point out of this, then, I think it would still be relatively worth it, to make this trip out. It just wasn't ever set up for Spurs to have an easy day here. It never was.
First ball in behind. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. Someone go and compete. Fuck me. Oh my God. It's embarrassing that. First long ball. Go and compete. Don't allow them like that. It's embarrassing. Just quickly though. 2 substitutions. It looks like James Madison and Kulusevski will be your 2 wingers this half, with Son and Johnson coming off. Galatasaray another chance there with Kulusevski and Bentancur coming in. So it'll be Bentancur goes in the midfield alongside Bergvall and Bissouma. Madison out to the right, Kulusevski out to the left, I'm gathering.
And then Goosecore saying, expected things to go this way. Ange was always going to play a fringe squad.
Yeah.
We can afford the loss. It's a right game to give these players minutes. Believe me, we've been saying that from the get-go, Goosecore. We just knew that was the case. It wasn't going to be an ideal scenario for both Ange and some of these fans, having to, like I was saying to Artist T from earlier, I just don't think this was a game that was set up for Spurs to really go into this really confident of a win, or even to be playing a team that's going to, be fully capable of win. We always were going to have a tough game out here. We're playing a weakened defense. A lot of players are also very tired as well. It's just not ideal scenario for Spurs. It's also tough away atmosphere. We've struggled a bit away from home anyways, like right now, and we're playing a weakened team and we seem to struggle a little bit away from home. It just wasn't a good recipe for us tonight. And there's a chance and there's an avenue we get back into this game. But I don't think Dave and I really, we said this from the get-go. We weren't putting that much emotional, sort of stress into this game, really, for the most part. And just certain players have let themselves down. Certain players just haven't taken advantage of their moment.
No, 100%. And look, the odds were always stacked against us coming into this game. And despite the injuries, Postecoglou was always going to make rotational changes and give youngsters an opportunity. 100%. We also don't want to be embarrassed here either. They're all coming away with a 5-6-7-1 defeat with our tail between our legs. You don't learn anything from it. In fact, it just ruins everything you're trying to do. It changed the narrative going into the Ipswich game. So, we want to save some sort of face here at least. We got to get the second goal because they've come out here starting on fire again. We've already had 2 or 3 pops at our goal. Someone's got to start leading this team on the pitch and getting them to wake up.
But
I do agree with you. And it's going to be a good learning curve for the likes of Bergvall and Gray and that, but we just got to up our game here big time. Big up Woodsy TV. Thought I'd join the Flat Cap Parmy. Come on, you Spurs from Belfast. Big up, my
Oh,
man. My man's.
no.
Oh, no. Fuck me. Good defending. Who made that block? Bentancur, I think it was.
Forster,
What is
get to the
going on?
ground, you
Jesus Christ.
lumpy.
He's standing there like a lump of shit.
What's he doing? He forgets he can't use his hands.
He's standing there like a lump of shit. I don't know what he's doing. I think he forgets his goalkeeper.
Oh, my
But
Lord.
big up, Woodsy. My man's father was from Belfast, actually. A nice city up there, Belfast. Big up, my man. Absolute legend. Really appreciate the support.
Appreciate the support. Thanks for joining the Flat Cap Army. Good little community we have over here in this neck of the YouTube woods.
Right now, we are in the middle of hell, though, Woodsy. Really, truly are.
Oh. What's he doing here, though? What's he doing here? He's just standing and watching it.
So, Jack, he's 40 years of age. Do we expect any different? You know what I mean? Like, and he looks every bit of it.
It's like he's
like my dad going and
recharging.
goes.
It's like he's recharging to go down again. He can't go down more than once per 10 seconds. He had to recharge to go down again.
It's like putting my dad in goals. Oh, right to the edge of the box.
Oh,
It's a
my
free
Lord.
shot. Oh, my
Another
Lord.
Worldie. Nearly another worldie from Atgoon.
Is anyone going to mark the guy that scored the first worldie? Anyone?
He's the same guy. Jeez. Is that Dragish in there as well?
Someone please step up and start getting the grip of this game, I beg. Oh, free out, thank God. All right, let's go get the second goal. Then let's calm everyone down a little bit. Still plenty of time here. Bergvall just getting thrown to the ground like a bulldozer there. People saying this is embarrassing. Yeah, it is an absolute horror show. I thought Halloween was over and done with, to be honest. Oh, for God's sake. We can't even pass out into the midfield now. It's getting worse as it goes on. Gonna be a long 40 minutes, guys. Slipping everywhere as well. Is it raining out there? Didn't think Turkey got rain.
Nice.
Get the head up, Bergvall. Good ball. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh,
I don't know if it was the right ball. He had Lankshear. He had Lankshear, Dave.
What a sour showing this is. What point do you get Solanke on?
Do you
try and give you an out ball and start pumping it long? Basuma, please don't. Man. Please, fuck me. It's such an easy ball. You've two of them there. Oh, someone help.
Fucking hell.
Oh, my Lord. Get out, Waitakulu.
Oh, not the right ball,
man.
Run. Not the right ball. Not the right pass. Not the right pass.
How many times have we said that tonight, man? Is Kulu's as free as a bird out on the right-hand side? No borders can control him.
Oh, no. In behind. I think this is a Cardi. Back post, Osimhen.
How's Dragish getting dominated physically by a Cardi? Size of Dragish. Mow him over.
I will say this. Yeah,
people are starting to say change the game like we needed to against Palace. Start going into Solanke or Lankshear. Start going a bit longer.
Yeah.
It's actually embarrassing the fact they've got Sanchez at the back line and we haven't even ran at him yet. Basuma again. Fuck me. If I see him do that again, I'm going to...
The difference between him and Bentancur is clear, though, on the ball.
Well, the Lankshear...
Like Bentancur, the feet that he had there to get past three players, in that area. And Basuma is just truck touch.
But we've just seen the exact same thing from him in the space of 30 seconds. Get on the ball, take two heavy touches, give it away.
He's done it 2 times in a row. 2 times in a row.
What's wrong with him? How's he not learned from the first one? When he done the first one, he goes, do you know what? I keep giving away the ball today. Fuck me, I better get my act together. Tight control, move the ball. And he goes and does the exact same thing again. Brain dead. I'm not even angry at the younger players today. I sort of expect it in this environment. I'm angry at some of the older players out there today, the experienced ones. I think the younger ones have actually been let down by them today, quite frank.
I feel bad for Lankshear because I think he's actually made some really good runs tonight. whenever it's just no one can hold on to the ball. And we barely can even get it through our midfield.
No.
So best of luck to him, you know. Come on,
Well
lads.
done.
Basuma.
Basuma, good ball on to
Lovely.
Kulu.
Madison,
Madison,
that's a
heavy
foul.
touch.
That's
That's
a
a
yellow
free kick.
card.
Yep, you're right. That is a yellow. He's pulled down the counter-attack. Right, go. Quick one. He's out wide.
Yeah, get him behind.
Put it in behind. That's a yellow card. You can't do that.
Madison, though, does he go down a little too easy?
Probably does, but still, it's a yellow.
It is a yellow. It is a yellow. I just wonder if he could still try to play the pass.
Even the quick free kick, why don't we get it over? Go in there. Free down on the left-hand side. Come on. One thing I've learned, football can change very, very quickly. Let's go, Tottenham. Basuma, find somebody. Good ball. Oh, Lankshear, you just got to do the basics. Just hold it up. Don't worry about turning them. Just hold it.
Bentancur, nice. Basuma, be ready, man.
Jesus Christ, Dragusin.
Geez.
Holy
Porro
shit.
Porro just fired it off of Dragusin's foot, and then Dragusin poked a foot out. It's just so sloppy again from Spurs.
Why is he ballooning at Pedro Porro?
Basuma didn't even, for that clearance that came towards his way, it's clearly directed towards his foot. And he doesn't even look like he's ready to receive it. It's just certain players tonight have just looked rattled.
Jesus, every time the camera goes for a replay, they're coming back at us.
Man.
Close it. Don't let him shoot.
Well
Well
done. Archie Gray, class. Ben Davies, well done.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my Lord.
Dragusin, man, is hopeless.
It's him again.
He's hopeless.
Get him off. Get Darlington on.
He's hopeless. Dragusin's hopeless.
He is all over the place.
He's just had a really bad night, Dragusin.
He's had an absolute howler.
It's not getting better. It's not getting better.
No words in dictionary to describe the night he's had so far.
SOF saying can't see any difference. Oh,
well
just
done.
a moment.
Oh, come on. Just go away, man.
Oh, they're in behind Archie Gray.
Get there. Oh,
Yilmaz, he's got pace. Squares it to Icardi.
They're queuing up.
Madison.
That's embarrassing.
Oh, what a save.
That is embarrassing. They are just walking around us. We are being bullied. We cannot handle the physicality of this game at all. How are they getting around on the outside there? Madison's just got to be so much stronger. People saying they could have had 8 or 9. Yeah, 100%. Could be in double digits by now. How we've kept it down to 3-1 is beyond me. Going to the back post towards Osman. It's a free header. Wow, we're so bad.
Jeez.
Why is everyone sitting there on the half turn? Right now, we can barely string 2 passes. As soon as the ball comes into you, first thing you need to do is get it under control.
A lot of players just also have not improved in the second half. In fact, have been playing worse.
Pedro Porro looking to get out. Play him down the right-hand side.
Good ball into Lankshear. Good touch. Can he get
well done. Bullies him. On to Kulu. Kulu cuts inside.
You have others. Yes, he's got
the ball back to Lankshear. Team effort.
And we also had Bergvall and Madison over the whole time. They were alone by themselves the whole time. We just couldn't get it over to them. Lankshear didn't look like he didn't turn necessarily the right way. Lankshear, he could have tried to play Bergvall and
come on, Tottenham. This is much better. Every time we go at them, there's a chance.
It's a good chance for Spurs there.
Oh, fuck me.
Kulu had them. It's tough there. Kulu did well to find Lankshear a second time.
making Sanchez look like Upamecano right now. Get after him.
To be honest,
Good
it's
ball.
just every time we have gotten
Get
into the
across the
final,
ice.
every time we've gotten into the final third, we do look dangerous.
Yeah.
It's just we struggle to get it into the final third because we can't play out from the back.
Oh, come on.
As long as they stop us from getting into the final third, then they're good to go. But once we get there, I mean, we are carving out chances. It's just
well done, Porro. Oh Lord.
This is just what I mean.
Oh,
this is what we have to deal with. This is what we have to deal with. We
Were they
can't
on the
build out
pitch
from the
this
back. We cannot string together more than a couple of passes.
It's like they were out with you last night, Jack. Blame Jack. He took them on a team bonding session.
Showed them the sights of Istanbul last night. We went to all the kebab shops. I think one of us got food poisoning.
The Big D says, I actually think I'm a better centre-back than Dragusin. Really appreciate the sport. It's looking like that, man. He's been so far off it today. This game still isn't over, miraculously, believe it or not, though. You know, if we can just nick a second on the counter, we're right back in it. Oh, well done, Bentancur. Sexy. Bentancur, good pass. Come on, Jesus. Who's that?
Oh, yes. Bad giveaway.
Foster Lankshear. Hold it.
Get turned, man.
Turn the other way, man.
He can't. Can he not see left? He can't see to his left. 2 times now. He just had to look left. He's on a yellow card. He might get himself sent off here. He might get himself sent off. Yes, he did.
He's gone. It's about to get worse.
Lankshear, man.
And the sad thing is, he didn't need to turn into that trouble.
What's he done? He had a silly yellow card to begin with.
I feel sorry for him. Look, he knows it's hitting him already. He knows.
He knew as well. He knew as well straight away.
We play better with 10 men, though. We do play better with 10 men.
Poor kid.
Poor kid, man.
Frustrated as well, you could tell. That's why. It's a foul out of frustration. Just a huge foul out of frustration.
Oh, poor kid. You could see as well as soon as he was holding his head going down the tunnel. Oh. The sooner we put this
my Lord, Dragon.
God.
Dragon.
I'm sorry.
It's getting worse somehow for him. How on earth did we find? Oh my Lord, Davies!
Oh my God,
Davies!
We're an embarrassment.
These players, man, these players are just having howlers.
Just let me go back to bed.
Forster!
Oh my God!
Terrible save.
Just let me go back to bed. This is shambolic.
Oh my gosh, Forster, man, he takes forever to get down, and then it's one of the worst parries you could imagine. Straight back into the danger area.
Another half of this. Woodsy TV says terrible leadership. Yeah. Just got to see it out now at this point. No. They are cute.
That's Jesus. What a save that was, actually, from Forster.
Looked like a 19-year-old there. Where was that earlier on?
Akun has had almost multiple worldies, that guy. Jesus hell. Guy knows how to strike it. He's had another opportunity here.
Jesus.
Certain to say he got all that one.
Oh, it's going to be it. It's a long night at the office, this. That's it, Bergval. Getting Sanchez's head. Get him sent off. It's going to be an outswinger here from Galatasaray, and the chances just keep coming their way. It's another free header. Oh, my Lord. Bentancur tries to play it out.
Oh, they're just running right through us. No, there's so many gaps between midfield as well. There's such a huge gap between the midfield and the back line. No shape. Running rings around us.
That's it, Basuma. Someone running behind. "63 minutes on the clock. Spurs 3-1 down and being outplayed since minute 1. Holy fuck, Forrester. Jesus Christ. Good pass to Bentancur. Played out to Madison.
Madison.
He's got no option but to come back. Bergvall, make an option. On to Porro. Use Kulu now. Use him. Use Kulu. Too late. He's had to go too far out wide.
Sir.
Shoulder to shoulder. Fair.
Oh, Kulu seems worse for wear.
I don't
He popped his shoulder. Please don't tell me he's injured. Please don't tell me he's injured.
Please say it's not a dislocated shoulder.
Kulu usually doesn't go down injured unless he is.
Oh, he's falling awkwardly on his arm. Fuck. Oh, he's falling really bad on his arm there. His arm got caught underneath his frame. That's a sore one. Hope it's not broken or popped out. Well, they really did meant it was hell.
Yeah, that's what King Hall just said. It has been hell, all right.
He's giving the thumbs up anyway. It looks like he's all right to come back on. Why? Why is this guy? He's embarrassing. Icardi.
Solanke on.
Pakamata and Solanke. Bergvall coming off.
Still magically 3-1. How is it still 3-1? It feels like it's 5-1.
Really bad night for the kid. Bergvall just cannot get his season going right now.
No, he can't.
Who's that? Madison coming off, I presume.
Yeah.
Number 10.
Madison had a pretty lackluster second half.
Yeah. Pakamata coming on.
It's not over till the kebab's gone, says Simon Culley.
That's the thing. It's not over. Like we played well.
It's not over till the donor is finished.
We played well with 10 men at times, and every time we go forward, there's a chance there for us. If we can be uber clinical and get 2 breakaways without conceding, which is unlikely, because we're conceding a chance every 2 minutes here. Oh, good tackle.
Next one wins.
I take that right now.
Next goal.
We are really in the doldrums here. We are really reaching into the bottom of the barrel here, trying to pull something out. Surely we can have a 15-minute spell in the game. Surely.
Yeah, 0-0 from here, lads.
Handball. Come on, ref.
Nil from here, lads. Oh, jeez. Sanchez, do not miss you.
Come on, let's build something here now. Basuma, do not fucking lose it.
Say Basuma is lucky to have stayed on, but then again, can't sub off literally everyone. If you could, I think we would, but sadly you can't sub off everyone. Forster
He makes me
into
so nervous.
Pedro. Lovely
Great
from
ball.
Pedro. What a
Come
ball.
on, let's go, Pappy.
You have
You have to
Kulu in
go.
behind.
Right, let's go, Kulu. Find Solanke.
Need you to
He's in
find
there.
Solanke. Need you to find
Put it
Bentoncourt.
in on
Good
top
run
of
from
Davidson.
Bentoncourt. Brown ball. You need to find Pedro
Yeah.
there. There you go. Into
Great
Pedro.
ball. Take your
Find
time.
Sar. Solanke!
Yes! What a ball by Pedro Porro! What a ball by Porro!
Great ball by Pedro. Great work by Kulu to find
What a
Pedro
finish
there.
by Solanke with the flick. I told you it's not over.
Good
We just
running
got to
from
be
Sar.
clinical on the counter. Let's go.
Good running from Sar as well, you know, getting into the box, occupying the defenders.
Let's
Again, another
go.
good team goal, Dave. Another brilliant goal, to be fair. Another good
Oh,
team
it's a
goal.
great team goal. Great ball by Kulu. Porro does well not to panic there. Holds it, waits for Solanke.
Oh.
Great run by Solanke across the front of Sanchez, by the way. It's piss poor from Sanchez. Great finish by Solanke with the flick. Oh, come on. We're back in this. Come on, Spurs. Welcome
Come on,
to hell.
boys. We got it. Like
Welcome
I said,
to bloody
0-0.
hell.
It's 0-0. Now it's 1-0, boys. Next goal wins.
There's another one in this. There's another one in this for us. Come on. Let's go. Get out, you big little sack of shit. How are we still in this game with a fighting chance? It is unbelievable. We have been absolutely bombarded. We've been rammed at the Ram Stadium.
Simon Coley from earlier, Dave, who said it's not over till the kebab's gone, just wrote more chili sauce.
Oh.
Got
More
a little
sriracha.
chili for Solanke there, a little Solanke sauce. Fazzy Radfar is saying Madison and Radu very, very poor.
Yep.
Should not sulk. No, and not at all. Especially, I mean, Radu's lucky that he can stay on here, to be honest. And then Madison, for me, I felt like he was let down in the first half. You know, I wouldn't really criticize him too much. Like, I think Bergvall was so poor that it was hard for him to get into the game. And then in the second half, I don't think he did a whole lot to deserve any, you know, sort of praise or any sort of, you know, exempt of criticism. Yeah, I think he just couldn't get into the game, Madison. Just couldn't get into the game.
But look, that's where he has to bring the other side of the game, Jack. He has to, if he can't get into the game in possession, do we just render him ineffective then? Or does he have to start bringing, you know, where he has to start getting in and mucking in, you know? Because if he's only a player that turns up when we're in possession, that's why he's going to find himself in and out of the team.
Well done from Sar.
Oh, well done. Let's go. Ref,
get in there, Basuma. Come on, man. Win that.
It's a good harrying by Tottenham.
What a finish, though, from Solanke, Dave.
Great finish. Do you know what?
Almost kind of casual. Very casual the way he did it.
First of all, it's an absolute great run for him to come in behind Sanchez to get in front of him, right? Impossible to pick up if you're a centre-back. Piss poor from Sanchez. You never take your eye off the striker. But for Porro to not panic and hold it and hold it and hold it till Solanke makes that run is superb composure from Pedro Porro. Superb. The amount of times I would see players panic in that position, he doesn't. He holds it and waits for Solanke to move. Brilliant. And now we're in with a fighting chance to take a point from hell.
King Otto saying, Galatasaray have Ferraris up front and a Fiat Panda at the back.
It's just a shame we haven't got at the Fiat Panda a lot more.
No, not at all.
Kulu just flicks it onto Solanke. Come on, get after them. Get after them. They're shit at the back. Let's go. Well done, Pappy.
Star doesn't win it.
Get there, Basuma.
Pedro.
Get there, Basuma. Well done. It's fucking brilliant.
Sir.
Ref will have that one. Ref,
very
thank you.
Very aggressive there, sir. He's just throwing barging into us.
Brilliant tracking by Basuma there. And he won't let us go quick. What a knob. Let's go. Let's get at them now. Last 20 minutes. Down to 10 men. We play better with 10 men anyway. Let's go.
John Tucker, Sanchez owes us an uncle.
Yeah, you see, he's not wrong there. Big up, John Tucker. Definitely not wrong there, lad. The pain that guy put us through, he owes us too.
He owes us at least a point. He owes us a point out of this, Sanchez. If he gives us a point, he makes a mistake, all is forgiven. Oh, that's hilarious.
Right, let's get bodies up there now. Let's get after it.
If it's one thing Radu's good at, it's giving concussions to the opposition strikers.
Let's go. Good turnover. Oh, Lord.
Is that Pedro?
Who's that?
Pedro.
Fuck me, Pedro.
Terrible pass. I agree. Come on, lads. Still time in this game. Feels like this game, second half, has gone by very slowly.
They don't want to work backwards. If we can just be clinical on the counters, we can nick something here. They don't want to work backwards. Just keep it tight now at the back. We've shored it up a little bit. Since going down to 10 men, bizarrely enough.
Basuma, man, he just keeps dribbling into all these... And then he's put his head down. Track back, man. Why are you walking?
Oh, he's going to cost us this game.
Basuma, man. You can't just give it away and then just walk back with your head down. The only time I've had to be angry this game, really. I mean, that's just... Come on, Basuma.
He's been poor second half, Basuma. Good ball.
Sar, good strength from Sar.
Well done. Referee,
Sanchez, how many fouls has he had today, Sanchez? How many fouls has he allowed?
Can we get a grip on
he's
him?
On a yellow card. Take a yellow at this point. He's fouled probably every player in our team.
Good ball, Basuma. Let's go. Run at him.
Solanke skills past him.
Let's go, Solanke. Play Kulu.
Sir!
Ref, that's a free kick. Come on, that's a second challenge inside a minute. Give a fucking yellow card here. We can see what they're doing. They're pulling us on the counter.
Solanke can eat these guys for lunch.
He's already on the yellow. He should be going. He should go for that. He's already on the yellow. He should be gone.
We just need to get service into Solanke. He looks like he could eat these center backs for lunch.
Yeah.
We just need to give him service. Bentancur. Sar.
Good ball. Please, Sar, play it out wide.
Bentancur.
Good ball back to Bentancur.
Benton Sauce.
Good ball into Solanke.
Poor touch.
Poor
Commentator's curse.
Come on, Basuma, you're jogging. Or Sar, you're jogging. You can see that danger. Fraser cleans it up. Now Tottenham all of a sudden look like we're in the ascendancy here. Pedro Porro plays a great ball over the top for Dominic Solanke. He's onside. Poor touch. Poor touch.
Oh,
damn it. Oh, it's poor from Solanke.
Damn it, Solanke.
He was onside and everything. What a run. What a run. What a ball. Oh, Dominic. The first touch was just all wrong.
Yeah.
Sent him away from goal. He needed to get ahead of a great tackle. Someone help him out. Ah, guys, this is too easy.
Oh, no. It's off.
Porro held the line there. He called it early. He looked confident. He better be right in his decision-making. He could have went with him. He chose not to. Hopefully he's right.
He's well off.
Ah, good decision. Oh, Solanke, if you could just get that ahead of him, straight ahead of him, instead of the first touch, take him away from goal. He's in acres as well. He's got to take a better touch. Fraser Forster goes long again here, though. Go on, Big Dom.
That's
well done.
Well done, Dom.
Well done. Come on. Now we have an out ball on the pitch. Let's go. Starting to ping it long here, beating the press, bypassing it. Basuma. Back to the Porinator. Oh, poor from Porro. Fuck me. Oh, please. Done all that work to get up there and then do that by two shitty passes because they're trying to play tiki-taka between them.
Cardi's so shit. Probably score a banger at one point in this game, but he's so useless.
Ripsy says they've had 27 shots. That's insane. How are we still in this? Come on, Basuma, go.
Get rid of it, man. Pedro. Bentancur.
Bentancur. Great touch.
Classy.
Great ball. Hold that. Well done, Kulu.
Yes,
Ref,
Kulu.
we'll have that. Solanke, get turned. Fight Bentancur.
Sir.
Ref, fuck.
He's just literally thrown him to the ground, ref.
And the one on Kulu as well. How's he just avoiding them? It's unbelievable. But as soon as we touch them, he's giving it. It's embarrassing.
Oh my God, ref. It's just, he's just completely barged him over.
Good defending. Great defending.
Sir.
No, it's still bouncing their way. How? Way. Come on. Come on, let's go and make this.
They're time wasting at this point. They're probably time wasting. They're getting...
Just play on. Fuck the ref. Play on. Surely they're not time wasting after having 27 shots. That's it, Solanke. Put pressure on him. Oh, he's stopping the clock and allowing them. Are you serious? If they want to waste time, let them waste time.
Referees.
You're only supposed to stop it for a head injury.
10 men versus 12 men, says near. We just need one more chance and we might be able to bury it.
Yeah, we just need that one chance. Fox in the box, Solanke, just find them and just in and around the penalty area.
What a ridiculous game.
I just don't understand how we're still in this. Is that Barabi on the bench coming on?
Lazy 8 saying, no way the ref would have the stones to send off a Galatasaray player.
No, definitely not. Because that guy, Sarah, should be off the pitch. Made more tackles than Will Lankshear tonight, and he's still on.
Sanchez, I think, has made probably 20 fouls as well.
Oh, come on, ref. Seriously.
Since when do you stop the game for an effing cramp? Says
may as well bring out the barber and give him a haircut while he's on the fucking ground.
Oh my gosh, it's like an NFL timeout here.
Thank God he's off the pitch. He's been a nuisance tonight.
Yeah.
Just their fans would not forgive them if they threw this one away. Oh, they would not forgive.
I don't think they would let us out of there. I don't think they would let us out of there if we stayed in this.
Please spoil their party. I beg you.
It'd be hilarious.
Fans would never forgive them. Come on.
Their forwards would have to retire. Their forwards would have to retire.
We just need one chance.
Everyone is hopeful for Sanchez to score an OG.
There's a chance often. No, be consistent, ref. You dick. So they're allowed to do that on us, but we can't do it to them. God, we really need to up our hands. We need to up our game. Be patient. The ball will come back to us. We'll go and score. Here, let's go. Play someone. Good ball by Bentancur. Oh, Fraser gambling there. Radu onto the Poronator. Let's go. Come on, there's a chance here. Basuma. Don't lose it. Bentancur. Back to Basuma. Don't lose it. Sar. Out to Radu. Now we're balling. Oh, there's a bit of a fracas on the... Oh, they've gone down again. Seriously? Seriously, ref? And he stopped it again. Oh, my God. We're in possession. And he stopped it for them yet again. Is he taking the piss? You're only supposed to stop it if it's a head injury. Apart from that, it's up to us to put the ball out. That's the rule.
He's not even sprinted this game, McCarty. And he's pulling up cramp.
The referee is playing right into their hands by giving them this decision here. People saying they're really scared at the time wasting. It's embarrassing, quite frank. Fuck me, give him a shot of adrenaline. He'll be back up in a minute.
Ugh. So much stoppage in the last... There has to be like at least 7-8 minutes of stoppage time.
That Galatasaray manager looks so nervous on the touchline. He's so erratic. This is slow there for us. I'm going to have to bring Osman back on at this point. I'll have to invent a new rule for them. Right, go off the shortest way as well. Don't you dare go across that pitch.
Brett Loff saying this referee would be perfect for the Premier League.
Yeah.
He's Premier League standard.
Mark says 10 minutes of this bullshit now. Yeah, it seems like it, Mark. So annoying. And that guy was walking around cock of the walk 10 minutes ago. Can we get on with the game, ref? You're going to allow them to make that sub as well? Here we go. Hold that. Well done. Oh.
It's not had the best day either, Pedro Porro, you could say.
It's just one of them games today, isn't it?
We just need them to string again, just a little bit of quality and one more little chance. We just need to string that bit of quality.
Right, that's it. Force them to go along now. Good pressing.
Well done, Paige. Ugh, unlucky, man.
Get out.
Well done.
Well done, Benji boys. Come on, like a man possessed.
Basuma.
Oh. And again. Oh, look. Why not?
Just barging players over.
Ref, they've been doing it to us all game, to be fair. They've been doing it to us all game, ref.
That's so many stoppages.
Benji's been brilliant since he's come on, actually. He's probably the only one that can come off the pitch with his head held high. Stupid from Porro.
Kulu, Solanke, Bentancur have all worked hard.
Yeah. They've tried anyway. Batshuayi.
Just Solanke, man. If he just took that one opportunity, or that other opportunity that he had, if he just took that,
yeah,
that was probably the best chance.
Jesus Christ. They're short of bringing on the nursery. How many more subs have they got left? Get out.
Oh.
Well done, Basuma. Go on, Kulu, on your bike. Hold that. Oh, great footwork. Oh, unlucky. 4 players around them.
Yeah, they all
great Cruyff turn.
They all seized on him there.
Wait, that's ours. Come off their own player. Let's go. Let's build this steady. Steady Eddie. Come on, Tottenham. Come on, Tottenham. Come on, Tottenham.
Come on, Tottenham. Come on, Tottenham.
Well done, Basuma.
Well done, lad.
Well done. Find someone.
See Kulu.
Good ball to Kulu.
Nice.
Good ball.
Bentancur, man on.
Ah, tidy. Sar wants it. Give it to Daddy. Let's go, Sar.
Yeah, baby.
Bentancur.
Oh, so
good
lovely.
Ball. Oh, come on, just get it under control. Fuck.
Oh, yes,
come on,
that's a mistake.
Oh, it's another poor ball in the moment. And do you know what? That one's unforgivable. He's got Solanke one side and Kulu the other. That is unforgivable. He's played straight to the only player you don't want him to play, and it's the one Galatasaray centre-back. We've got 2 runners either side. How have we not played that one? Good ball by Porro into Kulu. Good pass off.
Zuma, why are you trying to take him on there, man? You have Sar right next to you. You have Sar right next to you, lad. Why is he trying to take him on? Basuma every time has tried to take 2-3 touches on the ball.
Yeah.
Just needs to, first time, get rid of it.
That's it, Sar. Get up there. Well done.
All over the top. Well done, Bentancur.
Oh, good defending. Oh, good hook. Time, Archie.
Pedro Porro down. Something in the face.
Ricocheted off his face, did it? Oh, yeah, lovely. That's a sore one.
I heard you called my name, Davo.
Did I?
When did you? Maybe you did at one point. What did you?
What did I say, Eddie? I didn't call your name, I don't think.
I'm trying to think, Eddie. I'm trying to think. Maybe explain it in the chat, Eddie. Maybe explain it.
When I said daddy, I think with Sar. I think that's what he's on about.
That was my guess, but...
Sick man, Eddie. Ref, stop helping them tie waist. Let's go now.
Steady, Eddie.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Ben Davies.
He's walked them all the way over the other side of the pitch. Can we just get on with it? This referee's doing his best to help them time waste at this point.
Ben Davies has been more steady Eddie than Radu in this game, that's for sure, Edward.
Well, Radu is just, it's a night to forget for that guy.
Radu is nervous Nelly.
What's his agent's name? I hope he's watching. Should be at least 10 minutes added on here. Oh, play the right pass.
Lanky.
Play the right pass.
He's lanky.
Play the right pass.
Why is he taking 20 touches again, man? Basuma.
He's driving me mad.
What's his thing? Why does he have to take 20 touches?
Get there, Bentancur.
Play Solanke through. That is the pass.
Yeah.
Play him. Jesus, lad.
I think his eyes lit up there, didn't they? It's a great ball, though. That's a great ball. Can he get there? Throw into Tottenham. Come on. We're up in the right area to try and nick this. Come on. Now is the moment. Just 3 passes. It's that easy. 3 good passes. It's the postman. He's already delivered 1 today.
Kulu. Oh. This Turkish ref will give 4 minutes, says Mark.
Yeah. Should be about 10, though. How many players have gone down wasting time? How many subs have they made?
Jessica, 3 minutes.
Yeah, let's play injury time bingo. Let's see how much we're going to be defrauded by. Oh, no. Oh, thank God he's getting up. Jeez, fucking useless, Sanchez. They're a team winning, and he's pumping it long. 7 minutes. Just go after Sanchez. This is his time where he fucks up. Just go down his side. He's gonna give you an opportunity here.
Oh, they poke it away from Gray. I think Davies didn't play the right ball
there. Oh, great defending. Get up, you sack of shit.
Gets dispossessed, though, there.
He bodies Batshuayi. It's the only thing he's done all night. Ref, this is about the 3rd different throw-in taker. Jesus Christ, come on. They're really milking this one. They really are. Go on, go for a 4th throw-in taker. Why don't you?
Suma, come on, lad.
Suma. Well done. Go on. Run off him, Kulu. Make the right run.
Man. You got runners.
Make the run. Play him. You've done enough.
Kulu,
Let's go.
Solanke back post.
Into
that's all right.
It's all right.
Nice.
Well
Come on,
done,
Sar.
have it.
Into
good ball by
Solanke.
Sar.
Oh.
Solanke back to Sar. Unlucky. Let's go. Get the pressure on. Go on. Get it on. Get across. Well done.
What a tackle.
Good ball as well.
Solanke. Well done. Good hold up play, lad.
Sar.
It's
all right, Archie. Play it into the middle.
Solanke.
No, get your head up.
Solanke, man, that's not the right pass. Make it easy on yourself, man. We just had those 2 chances.
Oh, good. Great tracking back.
And we get 1 more chance, but there were 2 that we wasted.
Oh, here we go. Come on, Kulu. Someone make a run. They're fucked. They're absolutely shattered.
Get Kulu in behind.
Come on, guys. They don't want it. They're out on their feet right now.
Kulu, someone get turned.
Well done.
There you go. Into Solanke in behind.
Keeper. He doesn't want
someone.
Come on, Kulu. Go for it. Kulu! Kulu! Oh, no! No! That was it.
Damn it. Of all the players as well, you think Kulu
that was the chance. That was the chance, Jacko.
Shocking effort from Kulu.
Oh, it's nowhere near target either.
Well, that's when you need a little Dave Harris there.
Oh, just needed a bit of composure. Only the Daves can do that. Paul Markey with the super chat. Playing without Bentancur is the most stupid thing to do. He's by far our best natural central midfielder. No, I don't disagree. I think he is our best
He's by
midfielder by a
far better
country
than
mile.
Basuma. So much better than Basuma.
Yeah, way better than Basuma. But look, games like tonight, Paul Markey, I'm not really gonna go too mad about it at the end of the day. Injuries, you're looking to try and bleed youngsters in. Nights like this are gonna happen. I think we all accepted that heading into this Europa League campaign. It's been a tough evening, don't get me wrong. Somehow we're miraculously still in it with a chance to go with 5 minutes to go to try and nick a point. Let's see what we can do. But I definitely agree with you. For me, there's no competition in that CDM role between Basuma and Bentancur. It's Bentancur's all day long. He's just so much better.
It's just different class, man. It's just different class. He's so much tidier, debatably better as well at winning the ball back.
Better defensively. Yeah.
Better defensively. Incredible
Right,
in
let's
possession. So silky.
Let's go. 4 minutes. Ball in Fraser Forrester's hand. Get it out wide. Play a ball over the top. Simple instructions. Do not lose it there. Good ball. Lay it off.
Sar.
Oh.
Sar.
But big up, Paul. How are you? How are the family, my man? Good to see you. Hopefully you're keeping well, lad.
I think Bentancur is getting back to his, back to his best self again, man. He's like what we saw before the big injuries. Like
it's a shame because there's a suspension coming. It's like anytime he gets back to his best or getting back there, something curtails it. It's like they don't want the world to know how good Bentancur is. They want to keep it secret.
Lovely.
Good ball by Bentancur again.
Kulu.
Go on, Kulu. Fight Solanke now. It's in behind Sanchez. Can he get there? He does. Holds it up. Well done. Ref, he's coming from behind. It's a free from... well done, Bentancur again.
Oh.
Someone help him.
Damn it. Well, I don't think it was the best ball by Kulu. Sanchez did well to recover with pace.
Right, let's go. There's another opportunity. 2 more minutes. Can we create it? Can we find it? We're looking threatening. We're looking likely.
Sanchez doesn't give us a goal there, dick.
Bentancur, onto Basuma. Come on.
Come on. Find Solanke, Basuma. Sir, that's a foul.
That's a free. Right, let's go quickly. We're going to have to take this quick. Cannot get them time to get back. Right, ref, we get it. You want your camera time. Fuck off. Put the yellow card back in the pocket. Let's go, Tottenham.
This game was free jazz. This King Otto.
Come on, there's one there for us. Don't go along with it. Play the football. We're destroying them. Archie, get out to Porro. Someone might move out wide. Poor by Porro. That's blind. Bentancur does very well there. Play Kulu, Kenny. Porro! Jesus, Porro! Porro!
He's had a bad day.
Oh. Fucking more like Winnie the Pooh today. Come on, Gillette, get on with it.
Nah, Dave, we had the chances.
Oh, come on, Bentancur.
Oh, yes, please. Kulu.
Kulu, get hold of it. Oh, why are you waiting, man? Go and get hold of it.
We had the chances. We had the chances, Dave.
Yeah.
We had the chances.
Oh.
Solanke, Kulusevski. What a
great challenge. Right, Radu, find someone.
Dude, why are you... He's gotten dispossessed more times than he's kept possession today. He's gotten dispossessed more times than he's kept possession. He is shit on the ball.
He's been so bad. He's been so bad.
He's actually so ass. He is. I'm sorry. I mean, I think we'll try to maybe hopefully call it just this one game, and maybe he just has worldies, later on in his career with Spurs, but this is just one of the worst defensive displays I've seen. It reminded me of Eric Dyer and Sanchez.
Well, there we are. Game over. Tottenham losing 3-2.
Yep. At the end of the day, it was a game that I think you never want to say you're going to be okay with a loss, because really you're not. I don't think anyone is okay with one, but if we were to try to stomach one, I think we were all prepared to potentially stomach one tonight. It has happened. Certain players we really needed to have good games in order for us to win this one. Sadly, they didn't. And we actually had opportunities to, crazy enough, get back into the game, even though we probably didn't deserve it. Fair play to Spurs, because it just shows the quality of certain players like Bentancur,
Yeah.
Kulusevski, Solanke, they can come on and, they weren't even playing as well as we think they can, but they still actually tried to drag us back into the game. Fair play.
Mm.
It's just a day where we needed everyone involved in the starting 11 to play well in order for us to win this game. And unfortunately, it's just not the case. Not everyone did play well in this game. And we're just
Look,
going to have to accept that. And the more
yeah.
important game was always Ipswich Town. Even though this is the more glamorous game on paper, Dave, this is the one that looks sexier on the calendar. The Ipswich Town game is more important. It just
Do you know
is.
what? Maybe tonight's performance could be a blessing in disguise to make sure we don't get complacent heading into that Ipswich game like we did against Brighton heading into the international break. But look, it's lived up to its reputation, right? Welcome to hell, they say. It's lived up to the reputation. We couldn't get to grips for 70 minutes of this game. Last 20, nearly we were able to go and nick something from the game. Look, we went there injury ravaged, a really young squad. Atmosphere got to us tonight. But again, away form, not good. Away from home, absolutely, utterly useless. Probably even worse than the Crystal Palace performance. And I didn't think I could say that again. And again, it's another night where I question the leaders in the group, despite making changes. Sonny, your captain's out there. Didn't really do anything in the first half to try and, galvanise us, get us going. Madison, absolutely useless. Ben Davies, another one. Fraser Forrester. You look at the leadership in that group today. There was enough leaders out there to try and corral something today, and we were piss poor. And again, that's my takeaway from this game is the leadership group, Jack. It was always going to be a tough evening. It was always one of them where you looked at it, there was potential for us to be defeated tonight. But I think the manner of it is where I'm more disappointed. You're thinking, okay, Bergvall was piss poor. Archie Gray, he was all right today, actually. Lankshear up top got his goal, but didn't really do much. But it's not on them tonight. You're going to give these guys minutes. It's on the leaders tonight to be able to guide them through when we're losing possession and they just keep rattling us in the midfield. Start speaking to people. Start taking responsibility of the ball. Start changing it up a little bit. But they just kept on doing the same thing. Just no guidance towards any of the youngsters. Nothing. I feel sorry for them tonight. I'm really disappointed in the leadership group. But look, I take the lick, Jack. I'm not going to dwell on this one. We've won 3 out of 4 games. In years gone by in Europe, we've been crap. We've lost to the likes of Enes Namora, Patros de Ferreira. We've gotten some results over the bye. We've plenty of time to make it up. Not going to try my toys out of pram tonight. But like I said, leadership group, piss poor, but your ideas up.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. Iceman with a chat saying, it's very sad. Yes, we have lost tonight, but we had 10 players for most of the game. If Spurs had their first team, we would win.
Yeah.
I think it felt like we had 8 or 7 players on the pitch, to be honest, just because with the way Dragic was playing, he's just having a nightmare. And the nightmare just kept getting worse for him, Iceman. He just kept getting worse and worse in the game. Bergvall kind of similar as well. Just the guy just kept the confidence you could see just draining from him in that game. Just every single time he was on the ball, he would make another mistake or didn't take the right option or had a loose touch. And you could just see the belief in him just kind of just draining in front of our eyes. Similar with Dragic, to be fair. The guy did look just rattled and just really struggled to get any sort of type of composure back into the game. Fraser Forster as well looked really rattled, to be honest. A lot of guys that, I'll be honest, just weren't really at their best today, pretty much at their very, very worst. And when that's the case, it's going to feel like you're playing with 8 men, 9 men, even despite the red card. And, after the red card, dare I say, actually started playing better.
We always play better with 10 men. With Karabag, we played better with 10 men. The opening part of that, we were sluggish, went on to beat them. There's another game this season, Luton last year, when we went down to 10 men. We play better when we go down to 10 men. Unlucky not to nick it tonight. And you know what? Fair play to likes of Bentancur, Kulusevski, Sarr, coming on, help muck in, try and save the game for us, Fair play. This
was a game that was going to ask for huge amounts of rotation. And just some of the people that were rotated into the team today just didn't play their best and just weren't able to, match a level that Galatasaray were able to meet, especially in that early period. And we just got really overwhelmed and outclassed. And we were lucky to stay in the game. Once we kept some, brought on better players, guys that are in the starting 11, we actually got back into the game too, to be fair. That's just not one of those that, I think a lot of us went into with a huge amount of expectation. It was a crazy game. It was like going to hell, just in the sheer confusion of everything and just how
I don't think
ridiculous.
we expected to capitulate the way we did, though, either. Right? I
No,
thought we'd see it
no.
be a bit more like stubborn or resistant in some sort of way.
I expected it to be a basketball game. It seems to always
Mm,
be the case when you play Galatasaray. Every time I watched them play last season, they had these basketball-like games, and this one felt a little similar. Just
mm.
all over the map. George Hill saying it is what it is tonight, but Dragshin's agent better never speak until 2027. He shouldn't speak until the next presidency, pretty much. Dragshin's agent. It's just been ridiculous how much the guy has just tried to hype up his client and say how upset he is to not be playing, all that sort of stuff. And he gets his opportunity tonight in a huge, huge game. Like, you couldn't have asked for a better chance, to, wow the manager, wow your teammates, wow even the world, right? Because it's a massive game against Galatasaray, an opportunity for Spurs to get themselves into the next round. Technically, you don't also have to win it because there are other games ahead. So it's just a game on paper that looks really good and is a good game for you to get your chance, get your opportunity to show something to the manager. And he's just once again failed at the audition, Dave. Direction. He's just, the Karabakh game was one of them. That was a huge chance to impress Postecoglou. Remember, Romero was having some
Yeah.
stinkers, right? He had a big bad mistake in one of the games, Romero. You and I were discussing, oh, well, if Dragishin plays well, maybe he deserves to not have an opportunity against Brentford. Gets a red card, and it's just another failed audition from Dragishin.
It's another piss poor showing, and I don't want to hear. Sorry. I don't want to hear any more questions about why Radu Dragonson's not in the team. He had 2 good games against Villa Man City, but he really let himself down here today. Really piss poor from him, nowhere near good enough. And look, it's 2 things that I've highlighted with the guy. A, in possession, way too slow on the ball, not comfortable or doesn't believe in his own passing ability, often gives it away. But also positionally, he is all over the shop, man. Look how many times in that first half Osherman just made runs off from left, right, and centre. And that's not the first time. It happened at Newcastle away, players running in behind him. It's not the first time it's happened. He switches off, positionally not good enough, and in possession not good enough. I don't want to hear a fucking word from his agent anymore. The way he goes on, it's like we're talking about Cannavaro, Nesta, Maldini, some of the greats in the game. This guy, let's not forget, asked Postecoglou to switch formation and go to a back 3 to accommodate this guy. Off tonight's showing, I wouldn't even accommodate him in my fucking bedroom, to be quite frank. And he's a good-looking guy. It's nowhere near good enough from the guy. It's piss poor, and I don't want to hear any more from his agent. At the end of the day, I've highlighted exactly what Radu Dragshin needs to do. And if he comes out and speaks again, I urge Tottenham to send him this whole 90 minutes and say, look, instead of putting the pressure on us, why don't you actually call your client in and have a word with him and highlight, tell him a few home truths instead of buttering him up all the time. Because by doing that, it's not, by sitting there and going, oh, let's move him because he's not getting game time, ain't going to do Dragston any good. The only way he's going to improve is by being told what he needs to improve on. He's so let himself down big time tonight. Huge opportunity with injuries, and he is pissed all over that tonight.
And the biggest concern was George Hill was his ability on the ball, right? We knew that he's not as good as Mickey Van de Ven or Romero in possession. And boy, was that proven right tonight. He has a lot of work to do because he just kept getting worse and worse and worse. There's so many times he conceded possession to Galatasaray and so many easy scenarios that you just wouldn't expect a top quality center back to do that. And so he has a lot of work to do. Iceman with a comment saying, so Dave and Jack, can we have a chat soon? Did you get up? Set up that WhatsApp group. Iceman, for the time being, we'll try to get that set up, for the international break.
I'll do it.
Yeah, we'll get the fan cam group set up. But if you really want to send in yours, dude, just email us, email us your number. We can take down your number. Then you can send it to us that way. Or if you're able to, just email the video that you make. And we'd be happy to upload it to for the channel for the time being. But we will get that WhatsApp group set up over the international break. Really appreciate you, Iceman, and I appreciate as well, the eagerness to want to do it. Big up to George Hill. Really appreciate the support. Dark Sun G saying, we still gave Galatasaray a game with 10 men. Come on, you Spurs. I see plenty of comments saying that. I think Jason Bell said that, Dark Sun G, pretty much that actually once we went 3-1 down, you actually saw a bit of fight back from Spurs. It's not really like they totally rolled over. They were trying to get back into the game. Some of the substitutions we made, they came on. They weren't just kind of going through the motions. They were trying to claw us back into it, and I'd say, a valiant effort actually from Spurs. Just a shame that certain players were just having such a stinker out there that it did feel like we were playing with like 5, 6 men on the pitch. There were just certain guys that were playing well and other ones that were just so off the pace. It's hard to describe.
No, so far off it. Look, 70 minutes, we were outplayed, outfought. They had 27 shots inside that 70 minutes. We were absolutely bombarded. But look, at some point, better late than ever, I suppose, innit? We sort of regathered, made a couple of substitutions, getting Sarr Bentacore in the midfield, Kulusevski, Solanke on, sort of toughened us up a little bit, meant we could get in there, mix it up with them, turn the ball over, and get the game going the other way. And look, at the end of the day, unlucky really not to come out with a draw. We had a couple of good opportunities there. Kulusevski, if he could have got that on target, would have been great. But look, valiant effort near the end, but I find it hard to praise a 20-minute effort. It's easy to start doing that when you're 3-1 down.
Yeah, I guess some people feel like, it just didn't completely roll over, which is, I guess, nice. Didn't turn into a Newcastle or something like that, and turn into a 7-1 or an 8-1 where we felt like we had to turn off the game. It almost got there, but, we gave a somewhat of an effort back into it. Appreciate the support, Dark Sun G. I liked some comments earlier, but I did miss it, but I'll try to find them again. 2000 GT saying, Galatasaray away is never boring. 100% agree with the choice to play the kids tonight. If they can't hang in this fixture, what purpose do they serve? I think, first of all, with the Galatasaray game, I do feel vindicated in the fact that I knew that this was going to be a game of goals. Like, I just knew they were a good team going forward. I knew they were weak at the back. It just felt like this is a game where it was going to be a bit basketball-like, a bit just crazy, hard to get your head around. And it was going to be a fun game. It was a hellish game for us, but it was going to be for the neutral, I think, kind of a fun game. It's just the way that Galatasaray play. I think it's also just when you go away from home to a stadium like that, it's going to be all over the map. It's going to be crazy. And they're just a weird team where they're very good going forward. They have some dangerous players, but they're also a very, kind of weak team defensively. They don't have many hardworking midfielders. It just makes it a basket case of a game. And I think Spurs struggled with it for the most part. And we also just struggled with dealing with their press in the beginning of the game. But he's saying to play with the kids tonight. If they can't hang with the fixture, what purpose do they serve? I think Lankshear did his best, Dave, up until the red card, and it's just a huge learning experience for him. I think you might be on mute, Dave.
Yeah, sorry. I think that's harsh to a certain degree. Look, I get in essence the point. If we can't rely on them now and we do have to rely on them in future, they don't serve the purpose. I get that. But they're 18 years of age, The luxury with these sort of games is you can put them out there in these environments and put and try and test them, right? That's what it's all about. And look, for these guys as well, it's going to be a massive learning curve. Don't get me wrong, Bergville ain't going to be happy leaving there tonight, with his performance and stuff like that. But I do think that's harsh on the youngsters because at the end of the day, you look at Azi Agmar. If it wasn't for Mikey Moore, would we have gone on and won that game? Everyone followed his lead when he took it to them in the second half. There's other games so far this season where the youngsters have stepped up as well. So I think it's harsh to a certain degree. And look, another reason why I think it's harsh. You look at Dragusin, you look at Davies, you look at Madison. They couldn't hang in this fixture. It's not just the kids. They couldn't hang in this fixture today. And that's where ultimately I think the kids are let down. The kids look to your leaders in moments like this, in games like that when it's tough. Bergval's looking to likes of Madison, help me out. Gray's looking to likes of Davies, help me out. Lankshear's looking to likes of Sonny, help me out. And they're just getting nothing back. How can you get guys to help them when they can't even help themselves out there? And I feel like they were let down to a large degree tonight. I think it's harsh to go after them. I think, look, it's one of them. It's a learning curve. You move on. But let's not say that about the kids because you had players that 30-odd out there that couldn't hang there tonight as well.
Yeah, it wasn't just the kids. It was other guys that really couldn't get into the game. That's a fair point. Lesser known saying going down to the pub, guys. Appreciate you. Appreciate the watch along. Big up to lesser known. Appreciate your support, my friend. Iceman saying I have Dave's WhatsApp number, so all good. Iceman, if you want to send in that fan cam, happy to upload it. Really would be happy to. 33 saying these kind of games are opportunities for young and bench players to show what they can do. If they play shite, then it's their fault for wasting the opportunity. That's kind of my stance
Yeah.
on it, to be perfectly honest. Like, it goes both ways. Like, you have a 25-man squad for a reason. When you have injuries, when you need to give players rest, there are guys that need to step in and hopefully can do a job for you, can try to put in, the best performance they're capable of. And sometimes that will be good enough for you to get the win and for you to get over the line, and while giving other players a rest and giving them that time to recover. And it's just that one of those nights where we had so many of those players that just needed a rest, so many players that were injured, that we had to go into it with a lot of fringe players, let's say, against a very tough opponent in Galatasaray away from home. We're already struggling as it is away from home. We probably need our best team available if we're going to try to get over that hill of, fixing that form away from home, especially in a game like this. It was always going to be our toughest Europa League game. It was an opportunity for some of these fringe players to be heroes, right? For them to step up and feel like they can really contribute to this season. Be, guys that can say, you know what, I was able to get us those 3 points against Galatasaray and got us into the next round, and we don't have to sweat about any more fixtures. And they just didn't step up on the night. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. They just wasted the opportunity. Dragishin, hate to say it, Bergvall, to a degree, I think Forrester, and some others too, like even Madison, sadly, he had I don't think it was his fault in the first half, but I think in the second half he didn't get into the game on, like he needed to. And other players too, like, to a degree, you could say Johnson, Sonny had an excellent chance at one point where he had a 2-on-1 with Lankshear, and he took a really heavy touch. He just couldn't get into the game. Just a lot of players just didn't take their chance. But more importantly, the guys that are those fringe guys that are looking to get this little opportunity here and there, and they just didn't take it.
The thing is, like, tonight isn't a night where we should be going after youngsters. Tonight's a night where you should be, if you want, question why we brought them in the summer instead of bringing in more experienced players to help this sort of situation. Question, the leadership in the group. Tonight isn't on them. They're out there to try and help them guys. They're out there looking to be guided, dragged along. You're going to need it. With youngsters, you're going to get inconsistencies. You got to expect that. But tonight's not a night where you go after them just because they've, in hindsight, they played poor. It wasn't just them. Dragison's older than a lot of them. He's useless. Davies, useless. Son, useless. Madison, useless. All useless tonight. It's not just on the youngsters. And I'd say to people, be very careful going after these youngsters. You don't want to kill their career before it's even got off. Yes, they didn't play well. Okay, I get it. But we don't need to harp on it. Tonight's more about the leadership than anything, than any of these youngsters. These youngsters, especially going away, it's called welcome to hell. We all know how tough it is. It's notorious. You're looking at your leaders to step up. Your leaders have to step up first and foremost and drag people along with them. And they failed tonight. It's on them and not these youngsters. And I'm going to fight with anyone on that.
And we also have as well Goose Core saying, well, we're currently a first team only team, but these kind of games are how we develop an actual squad. Not fun to watch, but no surprises. I kind of agree with a lot of what Goose Core to say. It wasn't fun to watch. I don't think there were many surprises with the result. I think we always knew it was going to be tough going in. Like I said, we were praying or being hopeful that some of these guys could really play out of their skin. Just unfortunately they didn't. It was kind of more the opposite, but we were probably well prepared for that. And Dave, this is an opportunity to find out which areas of the squad, still need further work, which areas of the squad, can be beefed up more, right? We're finding out that maybe Dragishin, who knows, we don't want to make it up too soon yet, but question marks over his ability to adapt to Ange's system and play as a reliable backup center back. Again, more questions about we need more fullbacks to give guys like Pedro Porro rest, and things like, and, backup goalkeepers, a question mark again. And also maybe some other ones here and there around the squad. But it's just another opportunity to learn more about the squad, I guess, for Ange.
100%. I think, the good thing about nights like this, it sort of shows you exactly what you need to do come the transfer window. Like you said, backup goalkeeper, left back. Right back's a bit of a difficult one because you still have Jed Spence as an option. Do you need another player or two in the forward line? Do you need maybe another midfielder in there? But look, nights like this, they're tough to take. But it's all a part of the growing process of a squad, right? You got to take your licks, but it's how you actually respond to the licks. It's the lessons you take from the licks. If you take your licks and you analyze it and take the right lessons, you learn from that moving forward. If you don't, that's when it becomes a huge problem. Goose score. That's where it becomes a huge, huge problem. But you're right. Nights like this, it happens when you're developing your squad along the way. And look, like you said, nobody likes it, right? Nobody likes it. We were piss poor tonight, but it's a learning curve. Let's move on.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm just looking at some of the comments, making sure I'm not missing
Callum
anything.
Roach says, Dragoson Sanchez. Big up, Callum.
Yeah.
Definitely that tonight for sure.
Yeah, Callum Roach. It felt like that. It felt like, watching Sanchez of old or watching Dyer of old or something like that. It was one of those performances where Dragusin was no better than I've seen some of Sanchez's worst performances, Dyer's worst performances. Just looked so rattled. How many times did he get dispossessed, or how many times did he give away possession in this game? It was just a walking mistake. Was just rattled as well. That ball over the top where Osimhen scored two, didn't do well. Just he couldn't really do anything right. It felt like on the day, just couldn't do anything right. Poor guy. And just making sure I'm not missing any other comments. But Artist T saying, well, Lankshear wouldn't have been sent off with proper leaders. He was hung out to dry. No one pulled him to the side and calmed him down. They are cowards. I think on that, I think Lankshear made a mistake where he probably realized that he needed to find those players off to the left that were free. Got frustrated that he ended up, losing possession and then just lost his head. You could say that part of the frustration is also that he was very isolated at periods in this game where no one was getting the ball into him. He's trying his best. I thought he was making really good runs in that first half. Again, there was that moment where he's 2-on-1 with Sonny. Sonny has a balloon of a touch, and just doesn't play him in. It was probably a frustrating evening for him despite getting the goal, right? It's just he couldn't get into the game, and that wasn't his fault. That was other players' fault, and you wonder if that was also part of it. Just frustrated by the whole evening.
Oh, look, Will Lankshear would be largely frustrated. He spent a lot of the night without the ball, and then them 2 periods there before he sent it off, when the ball came to him and he gave it away, he would be very, very agitated and annoyed and pissed off with himself. And that's youthfulness, that's inexperience. And then what he done is he went to chase the ball down to try and make up for that error, and ended up committing a foul, committing a free kick, and ended up getting sent off. But that's where RST is right. That's where after that mistake, or after, or after the first mistake, or even before that, someone needs to get in his ear and say, look, if you lose the ball, don't get frustrated. I've been young, I've been there. Keep your head. Don't get yourself sent off. Let someone else go after it. He's right. That's where leadership steps up. But Will Lankshear tonight, I don't want to see anybody really go after him. It's a shame, really, because I think if we had 11 men on the pitch last 20 minutes, we probably would have won and nicked that game. But look, he's got his goal tonight. It's bittersweet for him. He's got his first. He said, will it affect Postecoglou trusting him in future? No. Anyone that's been in football a long time knows this is part and parcel of blood in your youngsters. They're going to have days like this at the office. Again, it's how you bounce back, how resilient you are to it, and what lessons you take. So, look, look, tonight, like I said, RST, and I think you're spot on, stinks of poor leadership, stinks of leadership from minute 1 all the way through to minute 90. And we're not surprised. Postecoglou's mentioned himself after the Brighton game, after the Palace game, about leaders not stepping up away from home, and same again today.
Just making sure. I like King Hoddle's comment saying, look, the Ipswich Town game was the priority. Ange had to field this 11. He had no other options. Rest the first teamers and avoid injuries. I have no issues with that. And he's saying a loss was probably a likely outcome. And then Bobby Andrews saying, spot on. This is Tottenham's problem with buying youngsters. They aren't good enough lads. Lone Bearfall and Gray out. We are killing Archie Gray every time we play him. Bring back Spence. I think Gray had a pretty good game, to be perfectly honest.
He's very good in possession.
Defensively, he can be found wanting and just get exposed every now and again. But in possession, I actually don't think and this was a game where a lot of people were sloppy in possession. I don't think he was guilty of that as much as others were on today. And to be honest, with Bergvall, he is very, very young. And I think he is going to have, sadly, games like this where he'll just be lost out there and he'll really, lose the confidence in himself. And he's going to have to pick himself up quickly if once he gets his next chance. But he had a brilliant preseason, and that's what's the shame, is that he looked like probably a guy that deserved to start, from game one with how good his preseason was. And then when he did get his chance, he's just not been taking it. Unfortunately. But some of the other younger players, I think, have done very well. And even look at another one like Pop Matasar came on. He looked like a first teamer the way Pop Matasar came out, with confidence and trying to make things happen, making runs. So I think a lot of the young players are taking chances. Other ones maybe not so much in games like this. And also, I guess we have to feel like Radu Dragusin, really bad day at the office for him. But you just hope you could say the same thing, that technically he is very, very young and he gets opportunities to mature and learn, and as well as realize he needs to get better. He needs to get better at this area in the game when it comes to playing out from the back and in possession, because he was ropey. And this is why his agent isn't doing him any favors, if you ask me, because his agent, kind of makes him out to be as if he's this ready-made center back, this guy that's ready to step into any team. It's just not the case. And you have to feel bad for Dragusin in that case now, because, maybe if he didn't have an agent like he does, we would probably be saying more of the things like, he's young, needs time. But the fact that his agent says so much, blows so much smoke up his ass, makes it so that we have to be critical. I don't know, Dave.
Honestly,
go ahead.
Just on Dragusin quickly. He put in one of the worst performances I've ever seen of any centre back at Tottenham. Worse than Dyer's ever done, and worse than Sanchez has ever done. Just putting it out there.
No, he was a walking mistake, and like I said, I feel like he gave away possession more times than he helped us keep possession in this game. But yeah, everyone, it was a result that.
Look, we all expected it coming into this game. We all knew it was going to be a possibility. Nobody likes it, but we've done the pre-match build-up. Jack, you don't know the streams this week. We all knew the most people's of thoughts going into this with the injuries and everything else. I don't think many Spurs fans will be surprised by tonight. But like I said, you take your licks, you learn from them, you take your lessons, you become more resilient, and we move forward. Ipswich is the game. That's the one.
Absolutely. That's how I feel. Ipswich was always going to be the more important game for us. Even though this was the more glamorous one on paper, this was one that we just wasn't set up for us, I think, to be able to go into it expecting a result and expecting a win. Really appreciate the support, everybody, today. Thank you to everyone that's joined us from the pre-match build-up from the get-go this morning, and then all the way through to the watch-along. Appreciate you guys picking us as your watch-along destination. If you want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. Get access to members-only previews. So for the next upcoming Ipswich Town game, get members-only preview, get access to the Fantasy League, get to participate in panel shows. Like, for example, this week, get to send in comments, that we reserve time at the end of the shows to answer, and plenty of other good benefits as well. Also, this weekend.
Or pay NordVPN. Yeah.
Sorry, say what were you about to say?
I was going to say, or you can buy NordVPN, help yourself out and help us out.
Exactly right. Also, as well, this weekend we'll be doing a neutral watch along for the Liverpool Aston Villa game. I think we're all probably hopeful of maybe Aston Villa dropping some points so that we can climb further and further up that table. So do look out for that too, please, everybody. You can join us over on the Big Up Network. I'll be putting a link in the chat, please. You'd be doing us a massive favor, helping out what we're trying to do over here, Dave and I. And please follow us over. You can hang out, come on screen, watch the game with us, chat about life, chat about food, chat about the game, chat about Spurs. Just a great place to hang out, almost like as if you're walking over to the pub to go watch the game with some friends. Very similar type of vibe. So I think a lot of you would appreciate it and would enjoy it. It's free as well. You just hop on over to the platform and hang out with us all entirely for free. So please do it. And you'd be helping us out a ton. Liverpool, Aston Villa game. Be there, be square. Join us for it, please, on Saturday. And Dave, am I missing anything else, plugging wise?
No, I think that's pretty much covered. Look, guys, we only get these opportunities because of you guys and the support you throw behind us. What we do here is, we tend to do it over on the Big Up Network, just a bit of a lighter format where we can spend a lot more time to get to know you guys. So please make sure you get over there this weekend and join us. Look, good to be back. Still not feeling 100%. I'm going to go back to bed now. But guys, don't let this ruin your evening. Bigger game at the weekend. That's the good thing about having 2 games a week now. We can very quickly dust it down. So go and enjoy your evening. And we'll see you back here tomorrow.
All right. See you back here tomorrow.